Yeah. Welcome. You in the basement with Next Step and K. I don't know why this thing is up here. All right, oh, my bad. Let's start over. Yeah. Happy Sunday, fun day. Happy Sunday, fun day, man. You in the basement
Oh,
with your boy Next Step and who?
okay, man. Just go. Just go. Just go. Go ahead.
Oh
Go ahead.
man, I was doing like 7 different things at one time and stuff, and
That's
then got a
cool,
little
man. That's what's
sidetracked.
up. Hey,
A minute
man.
later.
Listen, man. That's the that's the characteristics of a very busy man. So that's
No
good.
doubt. No
Keeps you out the
doubt.
way.
No doubt.
Hmm
But
My
yeah,
man
man.
Hawkhill. My man Hawkill shooting shirt down. I
Yeah.
like that. I
My
like that.
bro, hooked me up with some Hawk Hill gear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Justin
like
Scott.
that.
Yeah,
Justin Scott.
that's my
Being that
bro.
stand up.
He's a
What's up,
Scott.
Gus?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. You
He
gotta bring him
always
on
looks
one
out for his
time if
little.
he's not too busy. Yeah, if he's not too
Yeah.
busy, bring him on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely
Mm.
gonna get him on here though. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
don't look so fish. I mean, we want to go hoop right now.
Oh
Like
no,
just
you
go
don't
to the
need to
gym
do
and
that. You
like,
find where you at.
all right,
You probably took
we'll
a
just
little.
slide with that.
You went this morning?
Yeah, I went this morning.
Oh, okay. How you do?
Yeah, I went 1-1. That's all.
You went 1-1.
First game, 1-1. First game, I came out. I think I got a 7. I might have dropped like maybe 4 out of
Mm.
7, and then shout out to my man Jordan. Pet Charter stand up. He let's see, it was me, Jordan. I think my man Joel, aka the preacher's son. Um, yeah, yeah. Like we have a nice little team. But the second game I ran out of gas. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, but you only played 2 today?
I only played 2, man, because I was tired. Listen, I was tired from last night, man. I went a chance to hang out, and we went to go see the fireworks out there in Glen Olden, and it was really, really nice. Even though it's not the
You
sport.
and your lady?
Yep.
Okay.
And we got a chance. I was in the potato sack race. It was hilarious. I'm gonna send you the video for that. Like
Yeah.
I already knew I wasn't going to win. I knew I wasn't going to win, so I'm just going to put on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on the show for everybody.
Send me the video to the basement, the email, and I'm gonna see if I can
Okay.
pull it up and put it up on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that for you. I got you.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say. Other than that, it was good though. It was nice, definitely nice, great family atmosphere. I had something called a walking taco. I don't know what that is, and I was like, exactly. So it's the same face I made, and I was like, oh, bet I like food. I'm like a walking taco. This sounds like crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
I go and shout out to Glen Olden. I went there, right? So they're like, yeah, you have to purchase some tickets, for
Oh boy.
to get your food. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. $1 a ticket. All right, I'll get $10. Boom. So how much are these walking tacos? Now I'm hyped now because I like tacos, and
Okay.
these tacos make you walk. Entertain me. So I get there, and she takes my order. I'm like, yes, I'd like to have like 2 walking tacos, please. I'm just hyped, just can't wait. 2 walking tacos, please. She's like, is that all you want? I was like, yes, ma'am. She's like, do you want, with sour cream and cheese and all that other stuff? Yes, I do. Yeah. So,
Oh, you tripping.
I was really hyped. So I get the.
Oh boy. Here come K. This is what we do. He was doing fine. Now he about to start jacking it up again. Oh, there we go. Oh man, my bro, man. We gonna upgrade you, bro.
Thank you. Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
very much.
So, yeah. So, I was like, yes, I do. I want the walking tacos with everything on it. So they went back there. I'm thinking everything is hype. Like, yeah, 2 walking tacos with everything on it. They bring it out. Larry, prepare yourself. I'm gonna tell you what this taco or lack thereof was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bag of Doritos that was crunched up, and they put the taco meat in the bag. I lied to you not, Larry. I lied to you not.
They give you a fork or a spoon or something?
Yes, that's exactly what they did. I'm like, because I'm thinking like, okay, maybe you're gonna get like maybe a nacho cheese flavor.
Yeah. Put in the joint.
like a chalupa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm with that.
Right.
Larry, I lied to you not.
They gave me like, and they gave it to me like I'm supposed to eat it, which I did. They was like,
Oh, hold on. We got my boy.
go ahead.
My boy stepped in, Mr. Mike
Hey,
Anderson, the third. Yo, appreciate you
No, I'm
locking
the
in
second.
with
I'm
us,
the
bro.
second. Young Mike
Oh,
is the
you're
third.
second. My
Young
bad.
Mike is the
My
third.
bad. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike,
yeah,
little
Young
Mike the
Mike is the
third. Yeah,
third.
my bad. My fam
No, it's
though.
all good.
Big
No,
supporter
yeah,
of
yeah.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Grew
Yeah.
through the game of basketball. Met each other and been bonded ever since. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, Mike
Long time.
Anderson, Big
Yeah,
Mike,
Mike.
for popping up on
Nah,
here on the podcast with us. You're in the basement with Next Step. We most definitely know you're already family. But it's good to
right.
see you on here, man. How's everything with you?
Man, everything's good, man. Appreciate you for having me, man. You've been
No
reaching out for a
doubt.
minute, man, but we couldn't get it to work. You know what I mean?
Listen, the wives be having us doing stuff, but just like,
Yeah,
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 wrong
yeah.
bad timing. Gotta work. Yeah, but it's here. That's all that matters. We here.
No, I love what y'all got going, man. Keep it
Hey, I
going too, man.
appreciate you.
Keep it going, man.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you. But this is my boy, Mr. Mike Anderson the second,
yep.
What's going on?
and nephew Mike Anderson the third is hooping
Yeah,
like crazy. Always been a crazy hooper. What's up with Mike now? Right now?
man. Right now, you just finishing up. I'm gonna send you a link because I ain't announced it yet, but he made a college decision. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But when we had his
Nice.
little trunk party and stuff like that, that's when we revealed it and everything like that. Because I know people been
Okay.
wondering. But he just been like keeping his head low, staying locked in. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So
That's good. I'm proud to see nephew getting his due.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Take
It's been a
advantage of every
long 4 years,
opportunity.
man.
Yep. Ain't
Yeah,
nothing like it, man. Ain't nothing like it. But and actually, when he want to do it, like we can get him on here after he do the announcement. However he want to do it, get him on here and let him announce it again. You know what I'm
oh, yeah,
saying?
listen, man, no
Like I
doubt.
said,
We appreciate that.
no doubt, because this like I always say, this podcast ain't about we doing it for fun. It ain't about all the views and all that stuff like that. This is just something for us to do, enjoy it, and as we grow, everybody grow. Because I'm trying to put everybody in the spotlight in case
Right.
they having issues with his service, man. So when K drop in and out, Mike don't even pay it no mind.
That's all. That's all good.
He has the worst service. I think he got a Nextel or something.
No,
Definitely got the Nextel or something like that, man. But yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to hear that Mike is have made a college decision.
right.
Other than that, of course, I know he's still in the gym crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he always been a worker.
Uh,
Very, very, very passionate about the game, and always been the underdog because of his
right,
size.
right.
Because of his size. But I wanted nephew at O'Hara when me and Coach Jason was there. I was trying to get out, pulling teeth and everything. I
No, listen, man.
couldn't get him. But
We'll have offline conversations about
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah, yeah. You don't want that's tampering. You don't want that.
no, the tamper is over with.
It's over
That
with
was
now.
years ago.
But yeah,
Okay.
we'll have offline conversations though. Cause
Yes,
you
most,
my man though. You know
no
man.
doubt.
And Jason's a good dude too.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying?
Yes, he
He's a good
is.
dude too.
Big shout out to my
You know
man
what I mean?
Jason. He's coaching at St. Joe's Prep.
Mhm.
Right.
Trying to make some changes over there. So yeah, most definitely. But yeah, Mike, today we was gonna go in and we was talking about K before you jumped in here, but I had to get you in here and cut K off because
Oh no,
K
it's cool. It's cool. I'll take
K
the
had
walkie
to K
tacos.
had to get the axe like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Once
No,
the
it's
guest
all
jumped in
right.
because
Yeah, no one's
oh,
yeah.
SB here. SB.
Oh,
Let me know if you want to jump in. But yeah, we was going to get into the talking about the NBA draft today. That's one of the
Right.
topics.
yep.
Our boy
Let's go.
Rashid, big ups to Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
big up to
You
him.
know, big ups to Sheed. You know what I'm saying? Stay committed to the community. Never
Right.
change from
Never.
stardom to star status, and he's always going to be a star. But you couldn't tell the difference with Sheed when he was around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mm-hmm.
always been grounded.
Always
Then Miss
representing.
Jackie, yeah, Miss Jackie.
Yep.
Hold up, who that? Oh yeah,
Let's
oh
speak
yeah. SB, salute in the basement in the chat. Getting ready to do my baby girl party. Just stopped in to show love. Oh, I appreciate that. Yo,
No
tell
problem.
baby
Happy
girl happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday, SB.
birthday,
Well,
brother. Happy
hey man,
birthday.
I love
Happy
this
birthday.
setup, man.
Huh?
I love the setup y'all got going on,
Listen,
man.
bro, you welcome to
Enjoy your
join
company,
us
dog.
any and
I
every
like this.
week, man. Like this, like I said, it's not just me and Kate. We just putting it out there. But if people want to jump
But no,
on all the
salute to y'all
time,
brothers though, man. Listen, man, salute to y'all, man. Listen, cause y'all staying with it and keep it going, man. Listen,
yeah,
y'all doing it
Hey,
organically,
Mike,
so
man, listen.
that's why
yes,
things gonna come good to y'all.
and I appreciate that because
And
sometimes we need those words of encouragement, especially from brothers like yourself. For with me, because sometimes I get like, damn, I think about all of my family and friends on Facebook and stuff, and I put it out there, and
right.
it's you try to get people to support you, and when you say when stuff
Right.
is free, nobody supports you, but then when you ask for something, it's like you double down on free.
Mm.
Can I can I give you a little advice? So I had it's not no shameless plug, but because we ain't doing it no more. But I had the I Disagree podcast with
Right.
comedian Bobby Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we share families. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like married
Mm-hmm.
to his family, whatever like that. So, but what I would say is like, so just keep doing it, bro. Because
Oh.
what I realize is when I'm doing this right, I'm starting to see episodes on YouTube and podcasts where they in like episode 200, and that's my
Mm-hmm.
first episode that I'm ever watching. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
So sometimes it just grows. Sometimes like when I used to think about it the same way, it's like, yo, where the support at? Why ain't nobody?
Right.
But then I thought about it like, listen, man, everybody's on their own schedule. But the
Mm-hmm.
great thing about podcasting is that people can watch it on their time.
Anytime.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So just keep pushing it, bro. I'm telling you, just keep
No,
pushing
no
it
doubt. No doubt. That's why I
and stay
said it.
with it.
Like we
And I know
we
you
on
doing it.
Yep.
I know you is.
we on episode 21. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
which
that
means
quickly.
that's like
Make
4
that goal.
months.
Make that goal 100. Make that
Yeah,
goal
that's
episode
that's
That's
100,
all.
it.
baby.
We
Yeah.
we at we there. We getting there. We
Right.
almost at 100
Right,
subscribers. So you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
people jump in and jump out, whatever the
There you
case
go,
may be.
baby.
But it's all good. Like I said, we doing this because we just love to have this dialogue, have fun talking, and it gives a platform for me to talk to the kids that I'm in touch with, like Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like nephew
Yeah,
Mike.
keep it
Like if
flying.
I wanted to get Mike on here, I can hit him up. Like Mike, you want to jump on, talk about what you got going on? It's just
Right.
about that. It ain't about nothing else. Like whatever happens with it is cool, but it's not just for us. It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Yeah,
So
that's what's up.
I look at it like that. Oh, big bro, Mike. Yo, what else? Tiny nuts. That's my big. That's my
Gets me
big
all the
bro.
time, yo.
That's-
And also,
he called
and
me.
also,
Yo,
Mike. Yeah.
Mike, you gotta give K a name. If I'm slapping us, you just like you just shouting me out. You
It's
gotta
cool.
give K a name.
I'm just the Clippers fan.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's like no, that's good. Since but also I also want to give like Mike also like because Larry will say it's always Mo, it's always we, it's always me. No, Larry's been killing this thing. Like, so I mean, like since the first, like I'll say since episode 2, like he probably just needed like a little bit of like a push, like to get a little bit more vocal and stuff like that. But
True.
once Larry starts talking about like basketball, because I mean. Larry's a trainer or a coach. I mean, he's played against like some of the top
We know
guys like
Larry
in the
like to
city.
talk for real, man. You ain't got
Yeah,
to. We know Larry like to
yeah, because when he started talking
But
about
He
that's
like
out here
around
LeBron
all,
and
hustling,
stuff like
that's
that,
man.
he
around the
focused on
bros
that.
though. That's
Yeah,
We
only
know
around
Larry
the
like to
bros,
talk,
Mike.
man.
You know that. That's only around the bros, man. Other than that, I'm in the background. You know what I'm saying? This is just
Larry's
another
doing.
element for me.
Yeah, and
Listen,
he's doing a
I'm ready
great
to get
job, man.
to it,
Like,
Larry.
yeah, he's
I'm ready to
killing it,
get
man.
to
Like
it,
Larry
man.
is like freaking killing it, man. Like in regards to like to the upgrading and the tech and stuff like that and stuff like that. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this
Listen,
dude is
man.
making like crazy strides.
So
Like,
I'm
What's up?
teaching myself as well as
Mhm.
learning from you and everybody that we have on here and friends and family because it gives me a chance to open up a little bit more. You know
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying? So if I'm in the gym, we talk all day because
Oh, most
that's my
definitely.
element. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But outside of the gym, everybody will tell you I'll be at a party and be like in the corner to myself.
As
I
you
have a
should.
party at my house and wind up being in my basement while everybody upstairs. Like that's just me.
Hmm.
You see what I'm
I hear
saying?
you.
But it's just about this. You know what I'm saying? Giving opportunity for everybody to get some shine, shed they word. We had barbershop talk all the time, so why not just get
Hmm.
everybody on here when we had topics to jump
That's
on?
all.
Like you know what I'm saying? I can get up to 10 people on here, Mike. So it's like if we wanted to have like a clash of everybody's screaming on everybody, we can do that because it's
Hmm.
all in fun. It's nothing like you
Right.
know what I mean, driven in the wrong direction. But we had Stan Groovy Laws on here a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
They had
up.
Stan on here right
What's
before
up?
the All American game and
That's what's
stuff
up,
like
man.
that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to reach out to everybody that I know that puts a positive influence on me. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
So, Yeah, that's mainly it. But yo, Lee, what's up, Lee? We call him R2D2 because he be having bad reception
Lord.
and his phone be. We
Yeah.
call him R2D2, Mike.
Mhm.
Yo, cuzzo, what up? What up? What up? He already at work doing the double. That's what he do all day long.
Hey, get your money, man. Keep
Yeah,
keep
no
those
doubt.
lights on.
But no, listen, Mike. I told Mike. I hit Mike up. I said, Mike, yo,
Mhm.
you want to get on the podcast today? We talking NBA. I know Mike,
Yeah.
of course, is the big basketball guy, and every time we always having a Facebook post going back and forth and
Yeah,
great
good
dialogue as
dialogue.
usual and
Right,
stuff.
right, man.
So,
It's
you
very
know,
informative.
yeah, very, very informative. You know what I'm saying? From everybody's perspective. Sometimes me and Mike agree. Sometimes we don't agree. But
That's good.
it's like a agree to disagree. It's never like
Right.
we
Yeah.
both on two separate islands. Like, yo, no, that
Right.
don't make sense at all. Like even
right.
up to the Celtics situation when I put up the post about Schroeder. Everybody was looking at it the wrong way in which I was saying it. Everybody was like, I'm saying like Schroeder's going to be the be all end all for to help them. I was saying no, Schroeder's a better point guard than Smart. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I was saying Schroeder could control the game, get that
can.
ball out of Tatum's hand. Everybody didn't see that. Everybody thought I was saying it like, no, he's not going to work. He's not going to work. It's his attitude people don't like. But Schroeder can actually ball.
He can.
You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at it in my perspective as a point guard. I'd rather have Schroeder at a point guard position than Smart. As we see, he's going to be more than likely on that trading block because he jacked them this year.
Yeah, he did.
He
tricked off
he
some
do a lot of
games.
smoke.
Yeah, he tricked off some games.
Yes, very, very, very much so. And being as though it kept, Tatum the ball in his hand, it took away from his game. So Tatum had to work harder, like how we talk about with Luka and Harden having the ball in their hand so much, everybody else just standing around.
Right.
Or, him trying to finally get into a shot. Now he's working too hard. Now he's spent when you got a good defender, and Wiggins showed that he's a great defender this year.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So-
I was going to
game.
chime. Yeah, I'm definitely going to chime in with that too. I was like, because a lot of people were like, "Yo, man, like Tatum had a bad game." It's like, no, not really, because sometimes you can attribute that to good defense. Like, if Tatum, how much is Tatum averaging? Like in the playoffs, he's averaging like what, like 28, something like that.
No, it wasn't 28 this year.
It wasn't 28.
No.
Okay.
No, he was at like 24. It was like
Okay,
24. It was 23, 24.
But you notice, like in the
Jalen
finals,
led them in scoring.
Okay. But in the finals, like it was like his shots were a little bit more limited. He had to work harder to get to his spots, because of the length. And then you give that to Andrew Wiggins. Like you give that to because he was playing sound and great defense, like fundamentally sound defense, like getting low, interrupting the handle, poking in and out, stuff like that. Pause. It's like. And he was bodying him up too, because a couple times, sometimes as an offensive player, when you can't get your shot off, sometimes you want to try to Brody your way to the hoop.
Right.
Wiggins, he wanted all the smoke with that. Like,
Right.
all right, okay, you're gonna try to Brody. Okay, cool. I'll just use my length to like throw you off, like my leverage and everything. So, so I definitely, give Wiggins all the props. I mean, out there, and then a couple times he showed flashes of old Kansas Wiggins out there, like going to the hoop and banging it. Boom. I'm like, like Kansas Wiggins out there. Like
It was more of his defensive prowess that
Definitely
made it stand out. Well, how you feel about that, Mike?
That wasn't. That's not Tatum's game to be with the ball in his hands and facilitate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
like that. Right.
That's what really took away from his own game, because you see how the league is, like you said, with James Harden and Luka. Even though it might not be good basketball, that's their game. You know what I'm saying? They can have the ball in their hands because they actually are great facilitators. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just do too much with the ball. Like I think teams just got to figure out a way where they don't have to do it so much.
Right.
But when Boston decided to pick the ball and take them hands like that and try to be a facilitator and a creator for himself, I think that's where it ultimately messed up at. But they had to do it because again, Marcus Smart, their point guard wasn't able to do it. So.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so coach just made an adjustment and he just went with it. It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But that's not Tatum's game. So Wiggins made him look good because the ball was just basically in Tatum's hands way too much. That's what it was.
Exactly. But like I said, that was one of the things that we agreed on when we was on Facebook going back and forth about the championship series, in which congratulations to Golden State, Steph Curry winning MVP. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely put himself in the rankings right now for all time greats. Not say all time, but all time greats. What do you feel about that, Mike? Mike,
Yeah.
let's get Mike.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Where you putting him?
See where I'm putting him.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I got him. All right, right now I still got him probably right outside the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I probably start like 11, 12. You know what I mean? I think I think the way basketball had changed in that period when the Brown went to Miami and then KD going to the Warriors. I think that like really took like, you know what I mean, some of the steam off like where we rank these players at. Because I think that was an advantage that you just couldn't foresee for like Golden State or Miami at the time when they went to those teams. You know what I mean? Like when KD went to the Warriors, we knew.
Yeah,
like it was
exactly.
automatically over. So even though Curry got the rings, it's like, yeah, but it was really no challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
After that point. So but I still have him like outside the top 10. I mean, we know he's a great player. You know what I mean? Him having back-to-back MVPs and now getting that Finals MVP, I have him right there. See, right now I can't give you the order, but we know basically what the top 10 order is. So I'm saying like probably
we definitely know top 5.
Like so, yeah. So I probably say that 8, 9, and 10 it would probably be Bird, Bird, Shaq, so probably around there.
Kobe in there.
So it's kind of hard. It's hard to like just, you know what I mean, put them over them guys right now. You know what I mean?
So if we say that, let's collectively all three of us. So let's just run off 10. All right. So we already know LeBron.
Right. Hold on.
No, I'm not. No order, Mike. No order, Mike.
What?
No order, Mike. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. He's about to mute. Mike was trying to mute me. Mike was trying to be like, Larry, you about to get muted. Like, his hat, everything just started lifting. Eyebrow. I'm like, oh shit. Wrong time. Bad timing. My bad. Let's start over.
Go ahead.
Let's start. Mike. There's no order. We just saying 10 players. So I say Mike. We got LeBron. We got Magic.
Okay.
We got Bird.
Yeah.
Right? So then we're going to go into number 5 would be, let's say 5th in general. Kareem. Then we got, let's say Kobe. We did no order. Kobe, Shaq. Duncan. Wilt got to be in there. Wilt has to be in the top 10.
Better be in there.
Right.
What number you on now?
That's 9.
Bill. We gotta get Bill. Love.
Yeah, that's the Lord.
He doesn't get no respect.
Yeah, I think
that's a bad. That's a bad thing.
You know what? That's insane, guys. Because anytime when people mention rings, they always mention like Mike and everybody. But you want to know the Lord of the Rings? He's like the guy.
But
if Mike is the boogeyman, then Bill Russell is the guy who's set to kill the boogeyman. Like that's that guy.
And
He's
just because you ain't a superstar, Robert Horry got 7.
Steve Kerr has how many?
But I'm talking about as a player.
Yeah.
I'm talking about as a player though.
I think Steve Kerr has what?
And
5. He has 5.
He has 9 total.
He has 9 total. He has 4 as a coach.
4 as a coach and 5 as a player.
That's insane.
Right? So if people don't get Robert Horry wasn't just on the bench.
That's right.
Robert Horry was hitting shots, San Antonio, Lakers.
But we can't get Robert Horry.
No. I'm not saying that because
I'm saving you right now, Larry. Because listen, because you know what people.
Everybody gonna say yeah, exactly.
So that's why I'm just putting it out there so nobody can kill you.
You're right.
Putting them on the all-time love. We just
right. Not on the all-time. We're not saying that. We're just saying the fact that everybody always mentioned chips.
Robert Horry's up there,
and Robert Horry got 7, and he doesn't get respect. Not saying all time. But as a basketball player that played a critical part in all those championship games.
Definitely.
Hitting big shot at the big shot Horry.
Big shot.
But he doesn't get the respect, but everybody always mention championships when they start talking about players in general. Yeah. So we did Bill was 10?
Yeah.
Was Bill 10?
I know Bill Russell, if he heard this right now, like Bill Russell will probably fall off his couch right now.
Well, we ain't ranking them, though.
We're not ranking them.
Exactly. But he just be like, okay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
so then you all up in the basement.
So right now, outside of that.
Right. So then outside of that, if we go to that 11 through 15, he got to be in there.
Yeah.
Cause then
no
I
doubt.
gotta put my guy in there, my idol Isaiah Thomas in there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Isaiah, Oscar.
Oscar
You know what I'm saying?
Robinson.
Definitely.
You know what I'm
Another
saying?
guy doesn't get a whole lot of love. Another guy doesn't get love like that. But I mean, I don't understand why he doesn't. But
Even KD. You know what I'm saying?
KD.
So,
Shit, if you want to get technical, you're gonna have to put AI up there.
I think AI is his own separate list, man.
Okay.
AI is in his own separate category. You know what I'm saying?
And what category would that be, Mikey?
I just think it'd be categories. It's hard to explain because see, I don't debate AI. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't rank any like anybody say anybody better than AI. I don't debate them. You
Okay.
know why AI was that guy for us? You just know how it was.
Right.
He just being
Right.
here and feeling.
Right.
AI, it ain't no. Like I told Mike, ain't no AI slander going on in this house. Like nobody, I don't care about no rings or no whatever. We know AI is one of the goats.
Oh,
he just in that. He just there. He just in one of them goat conversations. You get what I'm saying?
I got you. And my bro Ant says, "What up,
Hey,
Ant? Thanks for locking in. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button and that notification button. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all do that. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button." Ant
He
says,
right on that too. I'm
Huh?
reading the comment. He right. I'm reading the comment. He right.
"Yeah,
on that.
you could read it out. Read it out, bro. You part of the show."
Julius Irvin has to be in there. His impact to the league is massive. He's right because the NBA was dying to get Dr. J in.
So are we who we pushing out of that 10?
See, this is where it gets dicey right here. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Good job, Mike. I was waiting for you to say that. At least I know I'm not the only one stuck.
Right, because it's like, yeah, you got to take somebody out. It's listen, somebody's feelings gonna get hurt. But,
Speak it,
hey.
Mike. You
Listen,
special guest, bro.
I'm gonna say,
you got first dibs.
I'll say Duncan. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I say Duncan.
Ooh.
I would move Duncan. I would move Duncan and put Dr. J.
Doc in because of impact.
Yeah. Well, not just because of impact. Remember, in the ABA, he was.
Oh yeah, Doc was God. Doc always been God.
But the ABA and the NBA, you gotta, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the impact was just. We already know what the impact was.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
seamless
his
transition.
his NBA success, then coupled with his NBA success, even though his NBA success wasn't
as great. Right.
We know though, but they needed him. The NBA needed
most
him.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So I will move Tim Duncan in.
Okay.
It's not a slight on Tim Duncan, but
not at all.
Duncan,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Don't try to explain it, Mike. Mike, don't try to explain it. Don't hang yourself.
That's all right.
Don't try to explain it. Don't hang yourself, Mike.
I will be giving Tim Duncan your number. I will be giving you your contact information. Don't worry. You will be contacted. Oh, by the way, speaking of contact information, Larry, Kyle said send him the link.
All right. I'm about to send it to him.
All right. Send it to the email. You have his email, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Cool beans.
All right, so
Mike.
Okay, who you yanking out of that 10? Yeah, now you want to go at Mike. You want to try to get at Mike and talk so you going to send Tim Duncan. Yeah, let's see what you guys say.
I'm definitely going to get a call.
Yeah, so let's see.
All right, so we got they can't take Bird out. Did you say Isaiah Thomas?
Come on,
No,
don't disrespect.
I
was in 11.
Oh,
I was at 11, 12.
Okay, all right. Okay, who was?
And I'm being generous.
You're right. Who's at the bottom 5? Give me the bottom 5 again. Whoever you guys had.
We didn't have a bottom 5. We just listed.
You just listed. Okay, all right. Ooh. That's rough, man. Because I'm looking at resumes. I'm looking at.
See, hey Larry, I'm gonna give you Duncan. Larry, you want to say Duncan?
Exactly, right?
It might have to be. It might have to be because
Ant said 11. He said take Wilt out.
Nah, I can't take Wilt out, man. You can't take Wilt out. Because listen, what Wilt done to the game, Wilt video game,
he double dribbled.
Original video game.
He double drilled it.
Like, his numbers, they don't even put his like his achievements up there where everybody else's no more. Like
exactly,
ridiculous. Like his 53 rebounds and 30, you know what I'm saying? Like
average
his numbers is ridiculous. Like
average.
So
53 points.
There's no way we can take him out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that really changed the game. He changed the game. Like they had to create rules because of how dominant he was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And even though he didn't win because he was going against Bill Russell most of the time, as soon as he got to a great team that was just as good, he won. So Wilt can't go out. I don't think Wilt should get out that 10.
And Mike says Wilt is not the one that he's pulling out. But Ant has something else to say. Wilt was dunking on me, Larry, and 3 other dudes from Wallace.
Nah, that's not true. Actually, it was more. Actually, it was dudes more 6'10" back then than it is now playing in the league, man. Them dudes
Yo, it's
he played
crazy.
against Thurman, all them. Come on, man.
Yep,
Kareem.
I mean,
You got to forget, Wilt played
yeah.
against Kareem, Thurman, all them big dudes that's not in the league that they trying to get rid of. No, Wilt played against them boys, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
they were playing against, and also Mike. I also like to add that they were playing against them like almost nightly because
they didn't have
right. You might
they
have
didn't
Nate
have
Thurman on
days
a
off.
Thursday.
Right.
You got Wes Unseld. Then you got to travel.
They didn't have
you got to
Orlando
travel to
Magic
DC.
back then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have Orlando Magic a day off. They didn't have a Washington Wizards a day off.
Right.
They didn't have none of them games.
It was crazy. What's crazy about this comment is it makes me think about what JJ Redick said about what you call him, playing against plumbers.
Yeah, he's out of pocket, man. JJ's out of pocket. JJ's out of pocket.
Yeah, he really was. He really was. But yeah, all right. So we already got we tabbed on and gave Golden State their credit.
Okay.
We spoke on Steph's legacies right as of right now. We put them in that 15 range, in that top 15 range. Put it that way. We're not saying 15. We're just saying top 15. Anybody else got something? Anybody else got something to say or think somebody that shouldn't be in there? If you listening or whatever, just comment. We happy to indulge in that conversation.
Yeah.
And Ant's still talking. Doc legit dunked on more than 7 for Hall of Famers in history.
Hey, listen, he ain't lying about that. I ain't gonna do that.
That's right.
Dr. J, man. Listen, man, Doc was that boy. Doc
Yes, sir.
was that boy. So
Yes,
I agree with him. Listen, you see what I did? I put him right in. As soon as my man said it,
yep.
I had somebody.
Full dunking night on out of there. You ain't hesitate. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't hesitate.
Doc was that boy.
Appreciate that, Ant. Appreciate that, Ant. Mike agrees with you. I think we all agree with you. K is still on the borderline because he's scared.
I agree.
He's scared because he was about to email Tim, and now all of a sudden he just punked out.
I love you, Tim. I love you, Tim.
He just punked out.
Even
so,
I would take Tim out because I was more like,
but you just went at Mike, like you just said.
I didn't go at Mike.
You did go at Mike.
Think about it, Larry.
Right.
Think about it.
He got hesitant like real fast.
Oh.
All that time, Mike. All that time you was talking, he had more than enough time to think about who he was gonna take out. Right?
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out.
Am I right, Mike? That whole time you was talking, he had more than enough time to talk, but he was waiting for you to say who you was gonna say. You said something, and then he went right at you. I'm gonna email Tim and then call him, tell him that you know.
Yo, Larry,
I said you might receive like a call from Tim. I'm not saying you might, I'll take the call for you. No problem. But yeah, I love Tim in the pros, but like, be honest with you, me being as a college basketball fan, like I love Tim more in college because in that ACC conference, he was always going up against like the top premier big men in that conference. You know what I mean? Like the Joe Smiths, the Rasheed
Time out. You been muted because I knew the first thing you was gonna do is throw in that Maryland shit. That's BS, man. I'm not going with that, dog. He's getting muted. You muted. He's muted, Mike. What was you about to say, Mike? Because this boy, man, he's a Maryland Terrapin, Lakers, Jets. He tried to throw in his players every chance he gets. And I knew the first thing he was going to say about that was Joe Smith. I knew it was coming. I was about to hit the mute button before he said it, but I let him live. Go ahead, Mike. What was you about to say?
All I was going to say is, man, real quick, though, it's for some reason, man, it's real hard to, like, do these top 10 lists, man. Like,
I agree.
It's so hard to do these Jones, man, because like you really feel it in your soul when you be trying to like take somebody out or put somebody in, and like
it hurts you personally.
Yeah, like you know, it's like, you know what I mean. So no, it's very hard to do that, man.
Most definitely.
But I love it though for sports debate because it's always great for like sports talk though.
All the time. Do you want to let him back in? It's up to you.
Oh yeah, man, love him.
All right, we gonna
Joe Smith. You know what I mean? But you know.
You want to say anything else before he get back on? Because he's going to jump in there. As soon as he's going to jump in with Joe. I'm telling you. He's going to say, no. Joe Smith at that time he's going to say that. So I'm just letting you know.
Listen, Kay, I understand what you about to say, but yeah, since his career was like so trash, I would just leave it alone, man.
Okay, so you said his career was trash too. Kay's got something to say about that. Let's let him in. We let him in. Kay, speak your piece. I'm gonna get Kay. You on the clock?
Thank you, sir.
You on the clock.
And thank you, Mike, for letting me back in, sir. So anyway, right? It's like I just remember those battles that like North Carolina and Maryland used to have. Okay, all right.
Oh, go ahead.
However, like during those years, like that Maryland team and Joe Smith was like all world. He's like all world for that conference. He was pretty good in the nation. They were taking down some of the top tier teams in the country and stuff like that back then. And hey, he got it. Now in the pros, okay, his first year with Golden State was cool, but then I don't know what happened after that. He kind of like fell off a little bit, probably because the '96 draft came in right after that and just like ushered in a new regime and everything.
In your defense, Kay, I ain't gonna lie. When Joe Smith was at Maryland, he was that dude, man.
He was there for 2 years.
I thought he was going to be. Everybody thought he was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought he was going to be like at least somewhat.
I did too.
Like a legitimate all-star and all that like that. They did. You know.
I mean,
his first year,
he had a spark at Minnesota.
Yeah,
he had a little spark in Minnesota. He had a little spark in Golden State.
Yeah,
I think they should have kept him in Golden State.
That's what fooled me. That's what fooled me right there. Like his first couple years in Golden State. Juan Dixon and bias in best of school history. All right, maybe. All right, bias, yes.
You got something to say? Speak it. Ant is waiting for you to say something back because I guarantee he's going to respond.
Shout out to Ant. Because you got to throw. All right, you got to throw. If you're going to throw Juan Dixon there, you got to throw in.
I'm listening.
You got to throw in Walt Williams.
Well, the Wiz. I respect the Wiz. I respect the Wiz.
You got to throw in Keith Booth in there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you also have to throw in what's my guy's name? Massenberg, Tony Massenberg. He was a beast in there too. Bias, Lennell.
You going with Massenberg, Mike? Thank you, Mike.
In college, not pro.
We talking college.
In college. What's my guy's name? Lenny Elmore is another one. Shoot.
Okay, it sound like you're reaching right now.
I'm not reaching.
You started off hot. When you got the Massenberg, you just like really just like cooled off.
No, because I'm trying to name some off the top of my head. And I can just like go from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. We gonna stop. We gonna stop there.
Oh man, go ahead, man.
We're gonna stop there.
It's terrible. You see the way I give this man credit and he bullies me and stuff like that.
Cause Mike, when you watch the show, you gotta. I know you notice how he'll start going on this tangent ramble, especially when it's players of his team, because he always throws it. As soon as we start doing ethics and analytic things, Clippers. So everybody's supposed to go to the Clippers. Everybody's like any and everybody. Anybody a free agent? Oh, he would look good in the red, white, and blue.
No,
Clippers.
I definitely don't say that. I said, I was like, he says like he's on the wish list for the Clippers. I'm like, okay.
Everybody's on the wish list for the Clippers.
It's on Kyrie Irving's wish list.
Kyrie just trying to make a landing pad for
that's why I was like, no, we don't want him. The Clips don't want him.
No. Y'all have enough issues on your hand with players that don't play.
PTOs.
Personal time off. They got personal time off. How you feel about that, Mikey?
That's FMLA, man. That's not even.
Oh yeah, because he's getting paid. He's getting his whole check, right?
Yeah, those dudes, man.
Hit Kyle, cause I sent Kyle the link. And he ain't sent that back. Hit Kyle up. Okay.
Gotcha.
But like, I definitely want to hear what you think about this draft, though.
Okay. Yeah. So we can get busy. We can definitely get busy. Do you want to go team by team, or is there anybody that you specifically want to start talking about?
No. Lead the way. Yeah. We can go off of what you got.
All right. So if we want to talk about the draft,
party, I gotta get ready.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's 1:38. She probably gonna be like, you ain't getting dressed yet. Yeah, I feel you. I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain.
I ain't gonna be the reason why we late. I know that.
All right.
Yes, sir.
But let you be wanting to go somewhere. She taking the time with the makeup and that. Yeah. But we wasting too much time. I don't want to get you hit with a shoe or something on the camera. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do no editing. Everything is raw. All right, so we can just start off with the Sixers right away. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Sixers didn't have no picks besides the one pick at 23 or 25.
Yeah, I think it was 23. It's eBay
23.
Liddell, right?
23. They had the 23rd pick, in which they traded to Memphis for Milton. Which
Mm-hmm.
my thoughts on that was, I can understand why they traded him, because you're getting a player that actually has proven that he can play in the league. You need bench depth. He can shoot. I don't know too much about him, but he averaged 10 points a game last year, and that means that he had opportunity on the floor with Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So with you dumping Danny Green, which was a plus, I thought he was going to go when Ben Simmons left.
Right.
I thought they were packaging him like, you could just take him. I don't care, because Danny been off of that 3-and-D stuff since Toronto was probably his last year that he had a good 3-and-D game.
Yeah,
Other than that, he just releasing. He just, you know what I mean, he got the green light because of status, but he's never been a great defender no more for the last 3-4 years.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So my perspective on the Sixers right now is they're still talking about the PJ Tucker and Aaron Gordon thing. And B mentioned Tucker. I think it's a good look, but at the same token, if you're willing to pay him $10 million a year per, just for his enthusiasm for defense, I think it's kind of a question, because then you start talking about the fact that you paying Tobias what you paying him, and you getting exactly what you was going to get in the first place. Oh,
Right.
bro on here. Oh, let me introduce y'all. Of course, most of y'all who know who always on here with us. This is Dr. Kyle Osborne. We have
What's
our
going on, man?
uh, Kyle. You know who it is. You got your boy K. You got me, Mr. Next Step himself, and our boy in the basement, family forever, Mr. Mike Anderson.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
And we talked a little bit about Dallas, but don't even worry about it. You ain't missing nothing.
Wait, let's,
No.
let's not gloss over
We're talking about the draft right now. Talking about the draft.
That's relevant to the draft. With the
Yeah,
trade.
yeah, but we don't even worry about it. We just mentioned
Well, just
mentioned
give me
Luka.
some quick, bullet
Tidbits.
points real quick.
All right,
What-
nothing. So we talking about Sixers right now.
You talking about the Christian
You
Wood
you
trade?
should have
It was a
jumped
good
in when I
trade.
sent you the link.
It was a good trade.
All right, so you feel as though
Great
it's a
trade.
good trade, Mike.
Block
What's
bunny.
your intake on what the Sixers did with the trade, number one, and then the talk about the PJ Tucker and possibly Eric Gordon, which I think they should go a little bit deeper, but to find some other players, but paying PJ Tucker, he's going to get what his worth is now in the market. So I'm never going to be mad about people getting their money, but
Right. So, first off, I like what the Sixers did with that pick because, I think if you were a championship, if your team has championship aspirations, there's really no value for you in that pick. You know what I'm saying? Like from probably basically at the lottery. If you ain't in the lottery on down, there's really no value to your team to pick somebody that really can help you right away. For them, so for them to flip that pick and to get Melton, which I actually like Melton. I like what he did for Memphis this year. You know what I mean? He can shoot, he can handle, he can finish. You know what I mean? I think he'll be a good addition to what they're trying to. I guess what we didn't have coming off the bench anyway. You know what I'm saying? Another somebody that can actually create and actually create their own shot. As far as PJ Tucker, I'm worried that they're trying to make this the Houston Sixers, and that's not what I want, man.
and
Right.
Like
it's good to
I
hear.
like PJ Tucker because PJ Tucker is a player that I actually do want on the team, but like I think because you're paying for some guys when you hear the money, you're paying for the mindset that they bring to your culture. You know what I'm saying? And PJ Tucker brings that mindset that we didn't have on the team last year. That grittiness,
Right.
that toughness. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody that's going to play hard every game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter if you like it or not, but it's a player that you want to play with. And we didn't have that at all on the Sixers last year. You
We
know
ain't
what I
have it
mean?
since
Like,
Jimmy Butler.
we didn't. Right. So I mean, sometimes you just pay them guys just for them 1 or 2 years to help change the culture and at least bring value to that. You know what I mean? The Eric Gordon thing, like I said, I like Eric Gordon too, but I'm just worried that we're trying to change this into the Houston Sixers instead of
Houston
the
Sixers.
Philadelphia Sixers.
Because he's
And
high,
then-
he's high, he's looking at everybody that
Right.
played for him.
Wait,
Because even
and it's the key,
Melton
though.
played for him in Houston.
And this is the key, Larry. We trying to do this in James Harden, not that Houston James Harden no more. So it's like we doing this, and even with Embiid, we don't know if James Harden can get that back. So that's how I feel about it. I feel like the trade was good. I like the move for Melton. I wouldn't mind PJ Tucker. If we make the move for Gordon, I'm glad that we have. You know how we feel about Doc, but
Yeah, yeah. And I was about to mention that too.
These are not Mike D'Antoni. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will be interested to see how Doc uses the team. You know what I mean, with that influence. Even though I think the players run the league anyway. But I was happy with so far what they did with the trash. And don't mind PJ.
Okay. Now one more thing for you, Mike, before we get off of you with the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
Pause and stand Groovy Law's words. The James Harden aspect. We know he's going to more than likely jump into that player option. He don't have no choice. I wouldn't turn it down. $47 million. But then they were saying that he may, to the benefit of the Sixers, but then it could also be a negative to the Sixers of him signing a 2-year deal, a smaller deal, less amount of years. But my aspect and my thought on that process is you're still slowing up Maxi's growth by not having the ball in his hands. Excuse me. And James Harden doesn't know how to play off the ball. What's your aspect, your thoughts on that, Mike?
Maxi, see, I don't know if I really want Maxi on the ball full time. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen instances where Maxi was on the ball. I mean, I guess it would be the learning curve, but you know, when you got, like I said, this window is short. I don't know if we had time for Maxi to really grow into that role. But for him to be on the ball, his decision making on the ball really wasn't, you know what I mean, where I needed to be. You know what I mean?
Right,
Where I seen that it should have been. You get what I'm saying?
Right, because
Like,
I questioned a lot of his passing
right.
in offensive sets.
So let him roam for. I think James Harden takes the pressure. I think James Harden just holds the ball too long. You know what I'm saying? But when he gets the ball out to Maxi, and Maxi can just get that ball when he's running on the open floor and able to go downhill on you know what I mean, 1-on-1 or just on a fast break situation. I think it's
transition
Maxi that way, right? You know what I mean? So I'm not really so sure if I want Maxi on the ball per se. I don't think he's really good on the ball as he is off the ball and to be able to create off the attack. It's being in the attack move. You know what I mean? And playing that way.
Okay. All right, Kyle, your aspect on, if you want to read comment, you can, and then you can give us your perspective on the Sixers. Let's try to keep it a little short, not too long, because Mike is on here. We trying to get Mike in here as long as possible before he got to get dressed by 2:00. Because I know that's what time she's saying.
My only input about the PJ situation would be, isn't it a deal like if we pick him up or if he gets traded or whatever the situation is? What's it, like a 2-3 year? What's it like?
2-year deal. 2 year.
So he's 37 right now. So at the end of that, will he be 39? And I think that also kind of ties up things financially with whatever maybe Philly might be trying to do. So like I understand. So I understand the aspect of him. He's a versatile veteran player, which would be good for a culture, so on and so forth, as far as that veteran leadership. Age-wise and just financially, I feel like it's not conducive for them to make that move with PJ and tie that up for the next 2 years with somebody who's going to be 39 going on 40. So I don't like it. Wouldn't do it.
Okay, now as far as
think about that.
Yeah, I ain't say that. And that's why I gave him the applause. Because we both, all of us shook our head at the same time. Like, we ain't mentioned that.
A lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And then
that's a lot of money.
I hate not to cut K off you next, but just to say, I hate the fact that sometimes we pay these players, and when they get these astronomical number of pay, they automatically assume that they can just do with it, let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Like you pay certain players, and all of a sudden they just like, I got the guaranteed money. I'm just here to do what I do, opposed to playing system. So that's a big thing with that as well. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Also, I wanted to reiterate with Ant's comment. in regards to that. Like instead of getting like PJ Tucker, I mean, I'm sure you can get some other guys that are like just as good and younger and a little bit, just a tad bit better. Um, it was like because I was just like while Mike was talking about that, I actually put down three names down there that the Sixers like should go after. I think they should go after Morris on Miami, Morris twin on Miami. I don't know if that's I think that's Mark. Yeah, okay. Then you have like Luke Kennard because Luke Kennard's available. And he's a good stand-in shooter, money shooter. And then maybe try to go after Victor Oladipo because he's not going to be on the expensive end either. Now you have you have three surefire players. You also have a post presence down there too that can also defend and hit the post shot too as well. Does that sound okay? No, not really.
I understand. I understand that totally, but as well as once we will talk about my Detroit Pistons if Mike is still on here at that time. They just signed Kemba Walker, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna sign and trade. I mean, sign and pay him out.
Poor Kemba.
Opposed to having him on a roster. I think that's just a salary dump.
Kemba.
Yeah,
He's
so
on the move now. He is on the move now.
Is that it that you have for the Sixers?
That's it. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that little proposition out there for you guys, like Morris, Luke Kennard, and Victor Oladipo. Maybe come
Mike,
over.
In your perspective of not your perspective, but what other team do you like besides your hometown Sixers? So that way we can get into the things that you want to, dial in on before you get off.
In this new NBA, man, I ain't say I got fans of teams, but
who you like to see?
I like to see what Brooklyn is doing.
Brooklyn.
Know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about them.
Memphis and stuff like. Well, yeah, let's talk Brooklyn because they the
so
top.
Let's talk Brooklyn. Yeah. Like I said, bro.
Okay.
It's about you, bro. You here?
Perfect segue,
You know
Mike. I got a question for you, Mike. I got a question for you.
Let's talk Brooklyn.
Okay, let's talk Brooklyn. All right. We all know the talk that's going around. That's rumbling in Brooklyn, especially with Kyrie like having like disagreements with Sean Marks, with management and stuff like that. Is this Kyrie's like last year? This is last season in Brooklyn? And is once Kyrie jettisons from the team, is KD leaving too?
So, answer the first part. Yeah, I think this is it for Kyrie. I think it got to that point. I think it got to that point where what the Nets had built before they got KD and Kyrie, they lost when they had the team KD and Kyrie. You understand? And I think they're per se they actually it seems like they're putting the blame mostly on Kyrie. In the situation of how he basically shifted the culture. I mean, you could just look at how like we don't know what the story was between James Harden and Kyrie, but we know. I think pretty could say that James Harden was kind of annoyed of how the Nets were letting
Kyrie do what he wanted.
Kyrie do what he wanted, and you know what I mean, and split up the team and stuff like that. So, I would say if KD is leaving, I don't think KD would. No, I would say KD would leave. I would say KD would leave, and I think I actually think all the teams are actually that Kyrie wants to go to. They actually want to see Kyrie go somewhere so they can actually go after KD. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
good point. That's good point there.
There's going to be a lot of drama because it's kind of crazy because Kyrie's wish list is actually everybody's wish list for KD.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like I feel bad for Kyrie because Kyrie, is one of my favorite players to watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how you go about things, but it's one of my favorite players to watch. But it's funny that his list, those teams would rather have KD. And I don't blame him. So it's going to be interesting, man.
Okay, Kyle, shoot your shot. Let's try to keep it as short as possible.
Man, look, I don't like this pressure you're putting on us too, moderator. I don't like it.
Listen, Kyle. Only reason I'm doing that because Mike got to get dressed and I don't want him to get a shoe thrown at him live on a live podcast like that. That's just equivalent to your pop smacking Kane in the back of his head. He said that dumb stuff that's phone that day.
Listen, Larry, real quick, I want to my man. Listen, she just came in, and I already got the look like it's about to be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look, man. I don't know what's going on with Brooklyn, bro. Like, I feel bad for KD because the way what this was supposed to be is nowhere near where it's turned out. to be in that situation. Like, I'm sure a lot of people, like you mentioned, to your point earlier, like you can see Harden was not on board with whatever Kyrie was doing, whether it was the way he was kind of dictating to management or to the organization and to whatever he was doing in the locker room, lighting sage all over the place and roasting ducks and stuff in the locker room, doing all types of things. I don't know. But you know, Harden wanted no parts of that, bro. Like, Harden was like, "No, get me out of here." And so KD is just, I feel bad for him because he just sit there like, all right, like, you know, he got the situation with Ben. Ben is not playing. So I feel bad a little bit for KD, but KD is like, I mean, he kind of made that choice for this to work, and it's not going to work. So that list that Kyrie provided, like, everybody wants to go to those teams. Those are all pretty much ready-made winning teams, but like, he's kind of made. I don't want to go as far as saying that he's a cancer, but nobody wants to be involved with him, man. Like, the way he's going around, he messed up. He's messed up the future, the CBA. Like, he's
not just him and his teammate. Him
and his teammate. So, but it's like, yo, like, nobody wants to play with you because is basketball your priority right now? I mean, outside of you staying healthy, is that your priority right now? You know what I mean? Like, and you can go about it however you want, but it just seems like that's not where it is. But I mean, Kyrie should be a first ballot Hall of Famer if he was healthy and just some of the other stuff didn't come apart. Like, because the Bull is gifted. Mm-hmm. We've known that since he was at Duke. Like, he is like one of the best, you know, players to watch, most entertaining.
Kyle, you're starting to sound like Stephen A. right now, protecting yourself. He's gifted. He's box off. He's got but now I got a doggy.
It's like his basketball's not a priority, and it's a shame, bro. Like, it really is.
I understand.
Everywhere
ahead, Mike.
Goes, man, you see it, bro.
What you about to say, Mike?
No, I agree. I agree with everything he's saying, man. Because like, when you look at this situation from afar, man, that's why I was so happy that we sent Ben Simmons there. Mm-hmm. I was so happy we sent him there because I knew it wasn't going to work. Like, I knew that he just went to a situation that was in turmoil anyway. You know what I mean? So, but when I look at it though, as far as like Kyrie point of view, I'm like Kyrie, man. It's like you said, you would if Kyrie was just dedicated to the game like we thought he was. You know what I mean? I don't think this would even be an issue. They just signed him because I think the plan was KD signed first, and it was supposed to be Kyrie, and then it was supposed to be Harden, and then we see what happened when Kyrie just went off the rails a little bit. Like, I mean, I know we had this COVID year, and you know, I don't want to get into his vaccination stance and all that, but it's just something to say that for like it's always something with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's a shame that that's going to be the narrative of the story of his career.
The rest of his career.
Always something with him, and he's such a talented player, man, and like, man, just gifted at the game. So
yeah,
it's just a shame that that's what we won't be remembering Kyrie for, and hopefully that's not it. Hopefully he get to one of these teams that he want to get to. But like I said, I think some teams that he want to get to ultimately want the person that they hoping that his homie. They trying to get his homie. They don't really want him. They really want KD.
Right,
so,
right.
You know, we see what happens, man.
Yeah. But Mike, look, we appreciate you jumping on today. I don't want you, like I said, tell the wife I said hi, tell the family I said hi. I look forward to seeing y'all eventually soon. One day coming into a game or something like that. You always welcome to come on the show. Every Sunday we here. Sometimes we're going to be popping in during the week, but you'll see the post on Facebook or whatever the case may be. You got my number. You can always text me, bro. Any Sunday that you want to try to jump on here, if we have any topics that you want to jump on. Like I said, this is our show. This is not just our show. It's our show.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm working, man. I'm teaching. I'm learning, bro. I'm learning.
I'm talking about Mike. I'm like a listen, man.
Right. He getting good at it.
I'm like a prime old head right now. That's my young boy right there.
Right. But Mike, you want to give any shout outs before you get out of here?
Listen, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, keep it going, y'all. On episode 21. Make the goal 100, and then, you know what I mean, sky's the limit from there. You know what I mean? But, yo, good afternoon to y'all brothers, man. And listen, man, I'm going to just listen in. So what I do is I'm going to go to this party, I'm going to find a corner, I'm going to put y'all back on, and then I'll be commenting like that, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you for having me on, man.
Hey, no doubt. Like I said, you always welcome,
don't be a
bro.
Stranger, man. You know,
don't definitely be a stranger, man. Just make sure you hit that like button. You know what I mean? Subscribe, all that stuff. Shoot the shout out to everybody that you know what I mean, to everybody that you know, whatever, you know what I mean. Blast the podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Always I'm definitely shout out to the podcast, but shout outs, man, you know, people get mad when you miss them. So you know I know people, so
most definitely.
Everybody. Everybody knows what's up.
Blame it on the mind, not the heart. How they say it.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
Mike, man, enjoy yourself at this party. Tell the wife and the family we at in the basement, and especially myself with the bond that we already have as a family. That I said, you know what I mean. Safe travels. Enjoy yourself. Tell Mike. I look forward to hearing from him, seeing him on the podcast. You know what I mean. Let him speak on his
Got you.
big announcement and whatever the case may be.
Got you.
But I look forward to hearing from you more often and jumping on the podcast, brother.
All right,
Yo,
no
this is
problem, man.
Mike
Thanks, man.
Anderson the second.
See y'all,
Mike
man.
Anderson
Peace.
the second, coach, proud father, uncle, and all that stuff, man. Appreciate you jumping on, Mike. Least, my fault. K, you was supposed to go on about the Nets.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was that's pretty much it right there for me in regards to that because that's pretty much it. Because I know Kyrie's battling with with Sean Marks in regards to like policy and culture and all that other good stuff. So that was my question basically because I think Kyrie's going to be leaving. I think he's like leaning toward going to the West Coast too. And once Kyrie leaves, like KD doesn't want to be part of no project. Like I'm out of here, man.
All
I'm
right.
gone.
Right.
But from what I'm hearing, I'm hearing that Russ is not going anywhere either for the Lakers. So I think they're still going to keep that same trio together.
They don't have no choice though. But we gonna get to the Lakers eventually. But we talk about the Nets. Lee want to talk about the Lakers, of course. You know him and Rocket, the haters. How did I know he was going to mention that? Like that was going to be his first question. Like, come on, dog. Lee, we got you, Lee. If you still listening, if you ain't out on a bucket truck trying to unhook somebody electric or something like that, you'll hear our aspect on the Lakers. He worked for Pico. Lee worked for Pico. He be grinding. He out there in the bucket truck on them wires. So be safe, bro. I don't want you to fall off once we kill you. About you. But so Lee, we gonna get to that. I'll let you know. We'll definitely let you know. Ant has something to say about the Nets. Jersey going to build around KD. He's not leaving regardless. No, okay. And I think there's a chance that he will force his way out. Now this is it's crazy that we can say that now because you never thought that you could say players can force their way out of teams. You know what I'm saying? And we seen it in football, of course.
Of course.
Now, players saying they not playing for somebody and don't report. Kyle looked like he about to say something.
I mean, it might. If he doesn't leave, it's going to be who they can get to come over there, right? So if Kyrie does whatever his situation, it's going to be like you have a lot of people that would love to play with KD. So I think it might behoove him to try to start recruiting other different players. Like who can you get that can come over there that will complement you? Like you got what's the name who's going to be coming back healthy? What's the shooter's name? Harris. Harris should be back healthy. And you got KD. So I mean they have a fairly good squad, even if Kyrie's not a part of it or Ben, right? Because you got KD there. So it's like, yo, who wants to come over and play with KD?
Kyle, that's a stretch.
All right. Let me take back fairly good. They're competitive because you have KD there.
No drumming.
So who doesn't want to play with KD? Right?
It's not about that. It's not about who doesn't want to play with somebody, but the metric system says money rules everything, right?
True.
So those things like people just saying I want to play with certain players. If you on the league minimum, yeah, I want to play with a certain player. But if I can get 8 million here instead of 6 million there, where am I going?
No, I agree.
So
if you're Brooklyn, though, your best interest is to keep KD is going to be like, yo, what can we do, right? What can we do?
Within what they have.
Within what they have, right? But, I mean, they may have some room, depending on what goes on with the Kyrie situation. They may have some ability to grab somebody, maybe. I don't know. But you don't want it to be a situation because if KD leaves, that's it. Kyrie's not there. KD leaves. You got whatever's going on with Ben. Like, nah, that's it.
That's rebuilding.
I really believe
that's a couple of rebuilding years right there.
Yeah, and I really believe Ben is finding his way to LA. I really believe he's going to wind up in LA eventually. I honestly believe that.
What y'all
we damn sure know we ain't talking about the ball down there under my picture. And this screen.
We're
not talking about his LA.
Would you want him? That's the thing. Would you want that? Like, and not the clip. I'm just saying, if you're the Lakers, do you want that?
Listen,
Not with
if
Darvin Ham. Not with Darvin Ham as coach, because Darvin Ham, they're going to be in
what
there
I'm
fighting.
saying.
Darvin Ham gonna be throwing blows, they're gonna be having one-on-ones.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
gonna be in their body
They're gonna be having one-on-ones. Yo, my man.
boxing.
Locker room, just me and you.
They're going to be in their body boxing. They'll close the door behind
That's what I'm saying. So even if he's trying to get out there, now they're developing a different culture over there. They got a whole different coach. Nah, I don't.
What you say, Larry? They say, yo, fam, locker room.
Yo, fam, locker room. Darvin ain't. He's not one of those guys that you just gonna say and do.
He's like, not the one for that. And you got Sheed over there too.
And you got Sheed over there too. I dare you. I dare you to have something out of pocket.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
You want to come where? Man, float that nigga. We ain't
Yep. Exactly. I'm 100% with you on that.
What you say?
100% with
you. What to him?
No, man, float that nigga. He ain't coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Kyle, y'all.
That's Dr. Kyle, and we will have the doc report. The doc report today. Doc is on here. Ant said without COVID, the Nets would sign Kyrie to a $250 million deal. Yeah, most definitely. It wouldn't be no issue. All the issues started because of COVID. So we agree with you with that 100%.
I mean, there was a health issue also. He wasn't always healthy, injury prone, but
true. That's very true as well. KD too good to hitch his wagon to one player, Kyrie, to force his way out to another team. The other team would be ravaged in their key players. Well, I won't say that because KD went to the Golden State. So to say that he won't hitch to one player, I can agree, but hitch. That's a whole different. That word means a whole lot more.
Yeah, right now the only person who's not doing any hitching any wagons is probably Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal. Right now, Bradley Beal. We'll get on him too soon.
Exactly. So so I ain't gonna say that because if you don't go to Golden State, would you have anything, any hardware besides your MVP? Even though he is like the best player in the world, but
yeah.
Let's just be honest. Let's be a whole.
He would not.
Exactly.
He would not.
So trying to find the best look for this shit. Ain't coming out the way I want to.
Right.
I'll stay there.
I like that. Yeah.
Stay there.
It has that pardon the interruption feel to it.
Yeah. I'm getting there though. I'm working. You see, I'm working.
You showing off.
You see the background?
Yeah. You showing off, man. You showing off.
You peep the pictures in the corners.
I see you doing got the graffiti in the back.
Yeah. We in the basement, baby.
Okay, B-boy. You know what I'm saying?
Culture changes, man. Culture cultivator.
You crazy. Ant said LeBron the best player in the world still. LeBron's the best all-around player in the world.
Yeah.
Hands down. But best player, I can't say best player no more. And I just have a little. I'm a fan of LeBron.
Yeah, he's still top 5. I mean,
it's just. I just seen this year. It's like he took. He's taken away from what he's been doing. The jump shots is killing me. How many jump shots he's shooting a game? That's what bothers me about LeBron now. I hate watching him play now because now it's just like 3. He's averaging 8-9 threes a game. Like that, you never been that way, dog.
Even in high school.
To your strength.
Even in high school, you ain't taking them threes like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I understand that you're trying to conserve your body to a point where you had that opportunity to play with your son and stuff like that, but the way you be launching and I just be like, nah. 38 and 6
and fading, launching and fading away.
Yeah,
hey,
okay. And I respect his numbers.
Yeah,
I respect his numbers.
Yeah. He's still top 5, guys.
Yeah, but if you're gonna,
there are other people that are younger and they can put up that same stat line.
Most definitely, Just the jump shot stuff killing me with him. That's my main thing.
That's his version of taking plays off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's his version of taking plays
we're
off.
not going. Let's not get because Lee is probably loving the fact that we talking negative about LeBron right now.
take a negative.
Loving it. He's
No,
loving it. He wants to
Lee
say
is a
more,
hater.
say more.
He hates LeBron, so he tries to find any way possible to go at him. But we're talking negative. He probably like, yeah, yup, that's all I've been saying. But it's honestly true. It's honestly true. So, oh shit, what'd I do? Yeah, so yeah, so we talked about Sixers. We talked about the Nets. Who do y'all want to go with next? We want to go in draft order?
I heard that. Well, real quick, I heard that Bradley Beal might be staying in DC. He's gonna sign that $246 million.
Okay, so we can go to Washington then, right? So, all right. So my thought process on that is, he also said to I forgot the sports reporter name. He said that they asked him how you feel about your free agency or are you gonna sign. He said it's gonna be interesting, and left it at that.
Yeah, that was.
So it left you in limbo.
Just left it, yeah.
And some people are just actually just running with the fact that he's going to sign this mega deal, like the super max.
That's what he said it was going to be interesting with how high that mega deal was going to be.
Exactly. I wanted to get.
It's going to be interesting
how much you guys are going
to be interesting with the ceiling
for 5 years.
It's going to be.
Oh,
yeah, it's
yo,
5 years.
How high that number will be.
Yeah,
I'm mad at him, man.
I ain't mad at him either.
Is he worth that amount?
Yeah,
to Washington especially.
I can't deny
that's all they got.
Yeah,
man, they probably went in the government fund for that money.
Listen, they found it. I would have gave it to him too.
Right under the Pentagon or something like that.
Yeah,
okay.
right. Hold on.
What else is there? Like,
all right, tell me about it.
You give him a school or something? I don't know. They have a school after him? Who knows? I mean,
hey,
yeah, but
it is what it is.
To be honest with you, I thought he was. If he was going to leave,
he had to be signing trade.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to go somewhere like either Miami or Dallas. That's where I thought
he want his max money, and if he signs somewhere else via free agency, it's like $40 million less.
Yeah, he wants all his money,
and he wants BB
wants
all his money.
All that bread. He wants
all
the whole loaf.
Most definitely, and I'm with him with that. I'm with him completely with that.
I'm losing $40 million. I'll stay with the Wizards.
Yeah, signing the Mega Max is a no-brainer.
They're not that bad.
Yeah, only way signing that Mega Max is a no-brainer, and I agree. But it has to be a signing trade if he's willing to go somewhere. He want to go somewhere else. He's not going to sign that deal with Washington with the intent to stay in Washington, not unless he says out of his mouth, "I want to be in Washington." If he signs that deal and we hear there's a 3-team trade with such and such, such and such, such and such, that's why he signed that deal. But he's not just going to sign that deal. He got until Tuesday or Thursday. When July 1st is what?
Next Friday, next Saturday, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, next Friday, I think.
So he got into next Friday. It's Thursday. July 1st, I think it's Thursday. But he got until Thursday to sign that deal or become an unrestricted free agent. You know what I'm saying? That unrestricted and restricted is two different ball games. Restricted, they can match. Unrestricted, you can go wherever you want. No ties. Buy a piece. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be tough. What happened to the stay and build people? There are none.
Well, I mean, he's
Golden State is the closest thing to staying and building. And here come your brother with this BS. Yeah, man. Like,
man, look, man.
He's truly in the basement. Bro is truly in the basement, man.
You know, he in a bunker. That's what.
Yo, he's in a bunker. That's crazy.
People stay and build. Like, if it also got to depends on the organization too.
That's true.
You know, I mean, Golden State is like they are doing it the right way. Like they. You know, you also didn't have a player like with Steph, and Steph said it himself. He said that first extension that he signed, even though he felt like
he's worth more.
He was worth more. He was like, all right, well, look, I'm gonna just take this, and it ended up working out for him.
Mm-hmm. That's true because they got them a chance to sign the other players.
Right. So that worked
your boy
out.
Back. You all right? You good?
Oh, there you are.
No,
I didn't do anything.
we
It wasn't me. Was it me?
yeah, it was you. It wasn't nobody else.
You sure
We
about
still
that?
here.
Okay, well, I apologize.
Kyle, you still here?
I'm
You're
here.
right there. I'm
Oh.
looking right at him.
Oh, so you was missing.
Listen, whatever. I heard it was like,
Yeah,
and then it just
exactly.
wasn't made up, but it
Exactly.
wasn't me. The Wi-Fi still on and popping.
Still
But
bad.
okay.
Answer. I mean, the critics like Barkley and screaming A.
Screaming at
cried about Durant leaving. Yeah, man. It's just bad. I mean, it helps at the same token, but it also because it gives opportunities to younger players.
Mm-hmm.
When these players decide to go somewhere else, it gives a lot of opportunity, believe it or not, to players that may not have ever gotten a chance with these young teams like the OKC. So you'll see them sign a bunch of kids that not kids, young adults or players that may have not got an opportunity with other teams
Mm-hmm.
And you know
because
what?
they
Also,
looking for youth.
Listen, and nobody wants to be Barkley or Reggie Miller. Nobody wants to be their all-time great
That's
and
true.
not have a ring.
True.
Right.
So
Very
as
true.
opposed to these players at the later end, maybe getting a ring like kind of like how Gary Payton did and a couple other folks.
Mm-hmm.
No, these dudes they want their ring now, so they're not going to sit there and stay and continue to be knocked out of the playoffs.
Why they
by the
can
same
actually
team.
play.
Yeah. No, they're like, nope. Let's if we have the control, and I don't blame them. It's like, all right, let's see if we can link up and
Make something
and get a
happen.
ring out of it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think a lot of them are also realizing, even though we link up, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to
That
lead
you're
to
gonna
a
win.
championship.
Yep.
Because
That's very true.
everything, like every big three at the most, got 2 out of it with and down in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's not
just
promising.
four.
went up there and said, yeah, you only got 2 out of 4. Even with Golden State with Durant
KD.
over there, you only got 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 2 out of 3 with them. All 3 of them.
Right. So and then you got other situation in Brooklyn where you got nothing out of it out of those 3. Like so. Listen, I don't blame him, man. Nobody wants to be like, you see how they be talking greeny. You see how they be talking greasy to Barkley.
Mm-hmm. All the time. Draymond be going at him. They been going at it back and forth.
They stay reminding you got no ring. Like nobody wants that.
Yeah, exactly. And mind you, let's not sugarcoat anything. If Ja plays, there's a chance that Golden State wouldn't have been in the championship this year.
Could it?
When Ja played, they
Go
was
for
up
it.
in the
Go for
series.
No, he was giving them a hard time to go. I still think they win that series though.
When Ja played, they was up in the series.
I understand that, but
when Ja didn't play, they was in most of the games.
Do you think they would have worn down though?
They're winning that series, man.
Because they would have put pressure on them.
Look, the way they're playing, man. You saw how they played throughout all of the series, right? They're gonna win. Like they have that pedigree. They had a lot to prove.
Everybody can have that pedigree, man.
Look, man. Curry was not letting you seen how he was playing, right? Throughout the whole joint. And a lot of these dudes is petty. They're very petty individuals, right? Very petty competitive players.
Petty competitors.
Petty competitors. Listen,
Petty competitors.
I think there was a time like almost in every series where they were down or they weren't looking like themselves. But like, look, they were gonna win, man. They were gonna, as much as even I'll sit here and say, as much as I would have liked to beat them, like I just wanted us to give them work, right? Like I wanted them to give them a hard time, but I knew like, we weren't gonna win out that series. We weren't. Even if we were playing like at our best, I still feel like how Golden State and just how everything was coming together for them.
Kyle's been muted. In case you didn't know, Kyle, because he just said, "No, time out. No, let's not do that, K. Let's not do that, K." What did he say that whole time every week about that series? What did he say? I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm not looking at the camera. K, what did he say?
What did he say? You tell me.
What did he say about the series? He's still trying to talk. I see him on my peripheral. He's still trying to talk. I'm looking at this other screen right here.
Let him talk.
No, I'm not going to let him talk. I want you to say something. Now you acting like a little punk right now. Say what he was saying about the series.
About winning the series?
Yes. He said us in 7. He didn't say us in 7?
No, he was talking about the Phoenix series. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about the Phoenix series. He wasn't talking about He wasn't talking about Golden State.
I'll mute myself. I was wrong.
Thank you. And I also want validation for calling that Golden State series also. Because everybody else was saying Boston and this. They're not going to win 3 in a row. I'm looking for SB when he gets back on, too. What did I say? I said Golden State in 6. Whoever.
You go mute yourself. Yeah, bro, come on back in.
I know SB your guy, Kyle. I know that's your guy, but today is his daughter's birthday. So we gave him a shout out.
Yeah,
you can give him a shout out.
Shout out to the baby girl, the birthday. But I said Golden State in 6, and I said us in Phoenix in 7.
And how many games y'all go? How many games y'all win?
How many games did we win?
No. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I never said we were going to win the Golden State series. I never said that.
I swear you said that.
No, he's the Phoenix series. Because everybody was like, Phoenix is
I said, no, we're going
to. It was a Phoenix series. Yeah. Okay. You said y'all in 7, and y'all lost in 6?
We lost in, 5 for Golden State. We lost in 5. It was the gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, it was that. But so that you're saying that you never had confidence in your team to win.
No, I said I would like for us to go 6. I didn't think we were going to win that series. I'll be just because the way we were living and dying by the 3, bro. You saw how we were doing it, and
I was saying that the whole time. But you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that you didn't want y'all to win.
No, listen. I wanted us to win. Did I think we were going to? That's 2 separate things. Like, you can look at it from an actual basketball perspective, unbiased, right? Right, looking at it like, okay, the way they're a matchup, the way we've been playing, and then looking at it like, I would love for us to win. I hope we do, but it's not likely with the way we were playing.
Okay. You sounded very psychological. What's the word I'm looking for?
Being honest. I'm being honest. That's like,
that intelligent word I want to say that I can't say.
If y'all
sounded real.
Y'all got matched up against Golden State, what do you think was going to happen?
I don't even think we come to the arena.
I'm gonna say you would like to be the window.
You want me to be honest? This is going to be honest. I don't even think we come to the arena. We driving we driving there, do our warm ups, and getting the fuck out of there. Like, Pistons ain't doing that. Yo, that's nice. It's nice in here.
Yeah. Like,
Clay, can we get some autographs? We had to warm up getting autographs and stuff, and then. Whistle about to blow? Oh no, we out. We ain't wasted. No,
watching some do his warm up.
Yeah, we had half court with a popcorn and stuff, sitting on the floor with our legs crossed. Like,
did you see something?
Yo, you see that?
Deal.
Right. No, we ain't even showing up.
He's different.
He's very, very different. No, we getting a little off topic too because we having too much fun. But
that's cool. That's good. Yo, speaking of which, Kyle, since you're talking about Dallas and your Mavs. I'm also hearing through the grapevine too about Jalen Brunson too, and the Knicks are like really, really trying hard to get him, and he's starting to lean towards him a little bit. Like, what are you guys offering again?
I'm not mad at him, man. I would like to keep him, but he played his way to a bag, and if we offer him a bag, and the Knicks offer him a better bag and a starting position. I mean, I would hate to see him go, but I get it. Like, he's a starting point guard in the league, and he absolutely should be compensated for the way he's played for the past, especially the past playoffs. But I mean, he's been playing that well for the past year or 2. So, like, I feel like he should, if he chooses New York because they offer a better deal in a starting spot. I mean, hey, I'm not mad at him.
Can't get mad at it. And your dad works on the staff. What's even better? Dad's on the staff as well. And you got Worldwide West. You got yourself a party over there. Speaking of Dallas, also too.
Yeah, he's closer to home. Like, I get it.
Now, how you feeling about the Christian Wood acquisition too?
Related.
Because he's a double machine for you guys, yo. I mean, he's gonna be like what was it, 17? I think he averaged this past year, 10, something like that.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. So
go on.
episode that you were out, and it was Larry and I, and we were talking. Larry asked me that same question. He asked me about like a big man that we would pick up, and we talked about like DeAndre Ayton, and we talked about a couple other people. But I'll be honest with you, like Christian Wood completely escaped my mind. Like I completely forgot about him. And I was telling you, Larry, as you remember, like we don't necessarily need like an Ayton because Ayton is one of the top tier folks. I was like, but if we can get like a second tier or somebody that's like a step below, that like is athletic, that will do the things like especially in the middle, like and that can run and can contribute as far as points wise. And I completely forgot about him. So Wood fits that category. Great, man. There's a lot of like a lot of stuff going on in Houston that I think it's good. It'll be good for him to get away from because I think there was some off the court stuff, some suspension.
And things that was him getting into it with. I know he got into it with one of the assistant coaches and stuff too.
Yeah, so it's good for him to hop on that interstate and come on down to Dallas. And
so what's y'all starting five?
That depends on if Brunson. Like it's up in the air. I mean, Wood is in there, of course.
Let's say Brunson's gone.
So if Brunson's not there, of course you got Luka, you got Hardaway, you got Wood. Who else is over there?
Powell? Is Powell still over there?
Bertans. Bullock. Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's gonna be a 6 man for the rest of his career.
I think that's nothing wrong with that though.
I mean that depends on if Dinwiddie is good with that though. Because not everybody can pull off the Jamal Crawford deal. Like not everybody can pull off the Lou Williams and be happy. Like if you get a bag, do it.
He's not gonna go. He's not gonna go nowhere else and get a starting job. Not unless somebody gets hurt.
So if he's happy and if he's like, look, this is my, I can get a nice little bag here. So you're gonna be competitive for the next few years.
That's why I'm asking. What's your starting five?
I like Dinwiddie coming off the bench. I like him in that spot.
So what's your starting five?
It's the way they use Hardaway's in there when he's healthy. It's the way they use those other two spots because like.
So what's your starting five?
I don't know. It's to be determined.
TBD. So what's your starting five?
I gave you 3.
That's all I've been asking the whole time.
It's Lady Yellow.
You got 3. Yeah, you got 3. Everybody else, those other individuals are interchangeable. We got Luka, you got Wood, you got Hardaway. Dinwiddie's coming off the bench. Dinwiddie should come off the bench so he can light up that second unit.
Y'all got Jaden Hardy.
Hmm?
Y'all picked up Jaden Hardy in the draft. That's the kid from the G League.
Yeah.
He was the last person inside the room.
I like it. I mean, I like Christian.
That's like Reggie Lewis.
He
turn around and be a Reggie Lewis on y'all. For y'all.
Hey, man, look.
Yeah, Reggie. I like Reggie.
Listen, we are a decent organization. We give people opportunities.
It's not politically correct shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
No,
all right, we off Dallas.
Outside of Golden State, who's the better organization? No, they're not. Listen,
San Antonio Spurs.
Who's the better organization that
San Antonio Spurs?
Team?
San Antonio Spurs. Is that the question that you're going to ask that you wanted to answer to? Because it sounded like you were trying to put yourself on that platform.
Would a lot of other players say that they're a great organization? Outside of the ones that were there,
do you see or hear anything going bad in San Antonio besides the Kawhi thing?
Probably because they're probably everybody on gag or something like that.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's like military.
Probably got them on.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm asking, you asked the question. You asked the question about the organization. Organizations.
Are they a destination? Do people want to go?
No. That's not the question we asked. We said organization. We ain't say destination.
When I say organization, that means there are other players that don't play for that particular organization that say, hey, you know what? That is run very well. You hear that about Dallas and you hear that about Golden State.
You don't hear that about San Antonio?
I haven't.
Because of course, because you always say, listen, it's culture, right? Ain't that the number one thing in an organization? Culture, right?
People don't like Pop.
Miami.
Nobody fucks with him like that.
Culture. You got to have the certain type of players that play in that culture. You don't hear the rumblings in San Antonio. Only time you heard the rumblings in San Antonio is from the Kawhi thing.
That's because Coach Pop is making them eat cyanide pills when they say something about the team. So
call it what you want. I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question that Kyle put up.
You're right. San
Did they take
Antonio,
other
maybe
players?
because they're like the Patriots.
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody fucks with them. Nobody likes being
Like
there.
Banks and Rob Kraft like
nobody
that.
rocks
Do you
with
think
them.
Rob
They're
Kraft
terrible
actually
organization.
do you think Rob Kraft actually knows any of these
Let
players' names
me
besides Tom Brady?
let me understand the question. Organization, ran organization, not destination.
I'm not saying destination. I'm saying well-run organization by the players, even by players that aren't there. Like Kevin Garnett he's said it multiple times that the way Mark Cuban runs that organization, it's great. A lot of other players have spoken well about Dallas. The same way they spoke.
How can he speak well about Dallas and he ain't play for Dallas?
Because of the way Mark Cuban runs business over there, like the way he has, like he looks out.
Oh,
like
we're not talking about what's the show that he's on? What's that show? No, Mark Cuban. The
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. We're not talking about Shark Tank.
Nobody mentioned Shark Tank. You mentioned Shark Tank.
He's
Because
not
you
selling
talk-
you something.
I'm trying to tell you
the
the
invention, Larry. He's trying to tell you.
I'm telling you.
You
that
said how an organization is ran. If we
Right.
talking about how an organization is ran, we talking about what we see as the organization. What the organization is ran. Miami culture. You thinking hard-nosed culture. You thinking about the things that goes on in Miami with the culture. You said well-ran organization. You said there's nobody better than Dallas. I said how Golden State next to Dallas. I said San Antonio.
The gold standard used to be Detroit, right, Larry?
with Miami.
Huh?
Didn't the gold standard used to be Detroit back in the 80s?
If you wanted your ass whipped.
What were you talking
I'm trying to give you credit here, man.
No, I'm keeping it 100.
No,
Man, Kyle. No,
I'm keeping it 100.
They were rolling
Hard nose, hard. Golden State.
Red carpet for their teams.
My Pistons organization was known,
concept,
and that's Miami. If you want to put it in today's world, Miami.
No, Miami's up there. You're right. I left out Miami. I agree.
But you said
Okay, right,
Dallas
right,
was
right,
number
yeah.
2.
Would you throw Boston
I didn't
up in
even
there
rank
too?
them. I said that they're
You did. You said next to Golden State, who's the best? Dallas. That's what you said.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So that puts
They
them.
actually are.
K.
They're among
Larry,
them.
listen,
K.
I'm gonna agree with him for a little bit. I'm gonna agree with him on that one because for the last time, ever since Mark Cuban has taken ownership of that team, I have heard nothing but compliments. I've heard nothing about they're going at the organization. They're bad mouthing like the coaches and the culture and all that good stuff. Dallas is up there. Dallas is up there with the Miami, Boston, Golden State is another one. Can I throw my Clippers in there too? Because
I was about to throw you an alley-oop because I look at this the same way. If this is an ass, he's an ass. I look at that the same way that if I was to say the Clippers, because your owner is the same way Mark Cuban owner is. I mean, Dallas owner is. So are you going to say your organization is just next to Golden State?
I'm going
to say post Donald Sterling, I will say
post Donald Sterling, yeah. Because when Donald Sterling was there,
since we all know that we're not even gonna go there. We're not even gonna run down that rabbit hole. What I'm saying is, yeah, I'm trying to save you a little leash there, though.
That's cool. I don't.
But what I'm saying is, he said, well-run organizations since Golden State is number 1. I think everybody believes that. I don't think there's nobody that would deny that. He mentioned Dallas next. So if you're gonna say Dallas, I could say the Clippers. And y'all gonna be neck and neck. Now, do you put Miami over Dallas and the Clippers?
That's a good question.
I mean, they're up. I'm not really ranking them, but yeah, sure, why not?
You did, Kyle. Come on, Kyle. You're a doctor. I know I'm intelligent, but I'm not as intelligent as you when it comes to philosophical things. What you said, I'm answering the question because you mentioned Dallas after. We've been on this subject for about 20 minutes already. Listen, you mentioned.
This is a good argument.
But no, it's not a good argument because you taking his side for something that he said and it was wrong.
But we're talking about organization. We're not talking about championships or all that good stuff.
Exactly.
We could talk about that. However, well-run organizations.
He mentioned well-run organizations and mentioned Dallas second after Golden State.
Based on all right. So this is the thing. when you hear things, because you're connected, Larry. When you hear about as far how organization treats,
I will put Miami before I put Dallas.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I'm not gonna argue with you on it.
I will put San Antonio because the organization doesn't have backlash. You look at it as a coach. If we look at it in the aspect of the organization ran, you don't hear nothing bad about San Antonio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because they're
You
probably
hear,
under
you see the. I don't care how you put it. You don't see. You see the culture that San Antonio brings, right? With Pop puts installed, because it's the same thing with Spoelstra. It's the same thing over in Steve Kerr, because it's about the head coach, right?
no, because
Culture is about the head coach. Head coach
Pop
and
Pop
up.
wasn't giving out any freedom whatsoever. No type of. I mean, it's like it was either
Where they
his way or
winning?
the highway.
Where are they winning?
They were winning, but it was either his way or the
Where are
highway.
they winning? Kay,
It's kinda
where are they
like
winning?
technically, it was probably
Answer the question,
I've
Kay. Where are
heard
they
players
winning?
say- I've heard.
All right,
yes, they
then.
were.
So what are you talking
I agree
about?
with you on that. Listen, man. But just because they're winning doesn't mean you want to play with them all the time.
Culture, organization. That's everything.
I have heard from players that I've interviewed, like from like Scoopy Radio and all that other good stuff. They're talking about Pop.
Don't
like,
be shouting out nobody else's podcast on my
I will.
shit.
I will.
Shout out to Scooby
it was-
Radio.
Shout out to Scooby Radio. I've heard players like complain, like playing for Pop is like playing for like Bob Knight, minus like the the episodes and stuff
It was
like
nothing different in Detroit back in the day with playing for Chuck Daly. It's nothing different than playing for Phil
No,
Jackson.
because Chuck Daly. No,
It's nothing
Chuck
playing
Daly's
different from Phil Jackson. All great coaches have a culture in which they run it the way they want to run it, right?
Well, Chuck
Daly.
I love Chuck Daly, man. I love
Huh?
Chuck Daly. That's Daddy Rich right there. I love Daddy Rich.
What'd you say, Kyle?
Chuck Daly was allowing players to go to Vegas for a weekend for time off.
He knew Dennis had problems. He drafted Dennis.
He damn sure wasn't letting him go like, yo, go blow off some steam.
He
What did Mike
drafted Dennis.
And what did Mike say? Shit,
Dennis
they
looked at
know
him like a father. You see
True
it?
True that. That's true.
Dennis will tell you. When he passed, that's when everything went left.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Actually,
man. If you want San Antonio on top of on top of Dallas, I'll give you that. I don't really agree, but I'll, for the sake of argument, I'll
Gotta agree with me.
I'm just saying, I'll give it to you.
This is not a podcast for you to agree with me all the time. I'm right 99% of the time. 1% is K.
301. That's what this is.
I'm not always wrong. You're always right. But it's like
I'm 99% and then there's K. Hold on. K don't even get that 4%. K gets me 99, you SBK. Y'all sharing all that 1%.
Wow, that's
welcome to corporate America. That's corporate America.
Welcome to corporate.
Welcome to corporate America. But yeah, listen, man. I disagree with that. Because Dallas is a way to run an organization than San Antonio. I'm sorry. You can take the wins and all the good stuff. And Pop thought it was Full Metal Jacket over there, from what I heard.
So, is he still coaching? Is he, or is that they got what's the name over there? Who's the coach?
Oh, San Antonio?
Still Pop.
Yeah, he ain't retired. You'd have heard that on the news for like 7 weeks.
Exactly. See? Exactly. I think the game's been passing by. It's time for him to go.
Yeah, he's about to do. He probably got another 2 years. He probably gonna play his contract out. Coach his contract out.
Exactly. And
that's it.
Ceremony
I think because he's in the mindset that the players are getting younger. The way of him coaching players is not going to be the same because the players' mindsets are different now. Only players like what's the kid Murray, who struggled in life leading to his stardom, will get Pop. Those type players will get Pop. But if you somebody that's been fortunate on a let's say Ja Morant situation where you've been not Ja Morant because Ja has his struggles going to a small school, but you talking about somebody that's somebody your whole life and then go and play for Pop is not going to happen. You got to have that mindset like this opportunity. You can't have that mindset like I'm supposed to be here playing for Popovich.
Like Pop owes me a favor. Like Pop should be Pop should be,
happy
praising
I'm
me.
here.
I'm playing for the.
Yeah, no.
Pop
put you
Pop says,
Papa put you up on that podium. He's getting cut after the we talk here.
and say it
And
right
everybody be like,
and say it right in front of you too.
and right in front of him.
What?
We on the podium together, and Papa. Oh no, y'all can talk to him right now, but after we walk out of here, he's getting cut.
Yeah. Thanks
You know what I'm
for
saying?
attending the meeting.
Right.
Quinn Snyder, like you already know that Quinn Snyder stepped down already as the Utah Jazz head coach. So
Right.
I mean, also I heard like there's other different replacements coming through. The replacements I'm showing here, like I'm showing here, David Fizdale, Sam Cassell, Jason Terry, Johnny Bryant, Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel, you need to step out of line. Terry Stotts, Alex Jensen.
Frank Vogel's an assistant coach in this league.
Oh, you know what? A new addition. Your guy, Pooh Allen. Jerome.
They ain't gonna hire Pooh.
I don't think so either. I don't think so. He might go maybe assistant coach or something like that.
He'll be assistant. He can be assistant anywhere.
Not the whole.
But they're not gonna hire Pooh, and that's my guy.
Not the whole kick and caboodle.
Shout out to Pooh. Shout out to the Twins.
I still remember when you made Larry Hughes fall. I still remember that thing. But yeah, they said like possible like a strong possibility to be stepping as the next coach. They said Sam is one of them. Jason Terry's another one, and they said Terry Stotts out of those three.
Stott probably get it.
Yeah, I think Stotts will probably get it because I don't know if Sam Cassell wants to coach in Utah.
Jason Terry ain't ready.
Let me see that. Yeah, you know what? Jason Terry is a better in regards to player development.
He's over there coaching in the G League.
Oh yeah, he's getting it though. He's developing though.
Right. I'm just saying like right now, you can't hire Jason Terry before you hire Sam Cassell for a job.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
You see what I'm saying? So
totally agree. Because I think Sam Cassell is just about ready. He's due. Do you think he's due for a coaching job now?
He's due, like Darvin Ham was due.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of I still haven't really seen Sam Cassell lead a team when a coach is out for a period of time.
For a long period of time.
You see what I'm saying? Like if Doc got hurt, Doc was sick, he probably only had one game that he probably was a lead assistant coach.
Yeah.
Head coach at that particular time. I needed to see a couple weeks at least so I could see how.
Or you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Or maybe have them go through like a situation, like maybe like a losing. I mean, I'm not wishing any type of losing streaks on any teams, but like maybe
just to see his progress.
Right.
Yeah,
how he do to adjust and stuff like
that.
You know.
Yeah. So until we see, then I would love Sam Cassell to get a job, but we haven't seen him in that atmosphere where he had to lead the team for a period amount of time. Because as we see, him being under Doc Rivers ain't really helping him neither. Let's be honest. Because if you have Doc Rivers, who everybody's questioning a bunch of his issues that in your assistant coach there, if I'm assistant coach, I'm going to be valuable to the team somehow, some way. I have to be vocal in these X's and O's and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why you have to be. Yeah.
We look at Doc Rivers and we be like, who's helping him? Like, who's coming up with these ideas?
Or maybe Sam's just giving out the right plays and maybe Doc is just vetoing them. Like, no, I want to go with that.
That could be true too.
You know, because sometimes.
But I doubt it because he had him too long.
Have egos as well.
But Sam ain't one of those guys. Sam is like almost like a Darvin Ham.
He's like a player's coach in a good way, really good way.
Sam's going to tell you. Sam's going to tell you the truth. You see what I'm saying?
Like, bro, that's not working. You're trash.
Right.
Stop it. You know,
what's your thoughts, Kyle?
I noticed that one name that unfortunately that won't come up is Mark Jackson, which I feel like is a travesty in itself.
I didn't want to mention it. I didn't want to mention it because we can go on a tangent about the situation with Mark Jackson. At the end of the day, we'll be here talking just as long as we've been talking about this one team about Mark Jackson's situation. So I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah, I had to, bro. You know, that to me that's just a continuous source of frustration for me because that's I'm not taking anything away from
He's getting capped.
Yeah, he is. He's totally.
Getting capped.
And even as much as the the Golden State players have said about it. And they've talked about it like, yo, that's their team right there. That's his team. You know? So I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kerr because Kerr is still a good coach. But those are Mark's
His
guys.
players. He picked them players.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was his choice to pick up Steph when everybody was saying don't pick him. That was him picking Draymond Green at that time. That was him selecting Klay Thompson for the type of players that he wanted on his team. So I mean, but like I said, we'll go on a tangent about that.
I'm happy for the other players, especially the black head coaches that are getting opportunities.
Yeah,
I just feel like again, like he's getting capped, man, and then I don't like it.
That's not
he's
cool
definitely
at all.
getting capped, and it's
like
ugly. It's ugly. Who's
Yo,
next?
wrapping
y'all?
up? Yeah, wrapping up though, because I know we're going here for like 2 hours. We gotta. We'd be remiss if we didn't send a congratulations to Philly's own
Rasheed Wallace.
Whoa.
Congratulations, Sheed. I had an opportunity to play against him, play with him a couple times.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Miss Jackie's mom. My first time meeting her, we had played in some game. I forgot where it was at. And we went to his crib after the game. I walked in the door. She was like, well, who's this little fella? I could take him. That's the first thing she ever said to me. Loved it for the couple times that I've been around she during that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not real close with she, don't get me wrong, but we know each other. But yeah, congratulations to him. Humanitarian, community, everything that we would want these young players, regular, not just players, let's say athletes, in our younger community to look at somebody that say, listen, he didn't change. He brought the attention to what's needed in our community. Never changed from that. Always took the extra step. Did coat drives, the water in Detroit. Like he's done so much stuff, and he does stuff that people don't. He doesn't ask for acknowledgement of as well. Camps and stuff like that. That he's his name is imprinted because now he's a brand. He's definitely a brand. So now he's starting to put his name on a lot of other little things. But congratulations to she. One of the best moments. I knew you want to hear it. I knew you wanted to hear it. I knew you wanted to hear it.
Please.
Martin Luther King High School versus Gratz.
Shout out.
Probably is like the all-time biggest crowd ever in King history. That game, man. Zach gets an alley-oop, dunks on Sheed. Gerald throws the pass.
Yep.
We was the only team to score, I think, 50 on them that whole year. It was competitive at first, and then she took over like no other. Like it was just like it was like watching Band from TV. Like we shouldn't have been here. Coach L, shout out to Coach Ellaby. He was one of the first, not the first coach, but during the Belfield League at the time. So Belfield, 21st and Chew. Everybody know everybody like rest in peace, Rob Peterson, Moon and all. We used to battle up there. And Coach L used to run. Yeah. Coach L used to run the Belfield League back in the day. And I was playing for Oak Lane Wildcats. And not to toot my own horn, I was a very, very good basketball player in my time. Right? So at the end of the game, when we would play every game, Coach Ellaby would always say, Larry, God damn it, you too damn short. I would love to have you at Gratz, but you too short. I can't do nothing with you. And I always took that as a positive as I was getting older. And to see the progress that he's made with so many players from Terrell Stokes, Sean Red Smith, who's actually my cousin from my Uncle Gert, made my Uncle Gert rest in peace. We found out that we was cousins from marriage. But yeah, man, shout out to Coach Ellaby. But yes, she is well deserved. I appreciate my time being around him when we still see each other, pound, dap, whatever you want to call it. He always smile and be like, remember my mom said to you? Like that's the first thing he says. We just start cracking up, right? Yeah. But like one of the most down to earth people that you will ever meet. He'll never treat you any different. Shout out to my boy Hawk Townsend. Hawk is she's cousin, I believe.
Okay.
And me and Hawk got to know each other from working at a school, and then found out that that I knew she personally, like he did. He has the relationship with him. But yeah, shout out to Rasheed Wallace, man. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let y'all speak on.
Yeah, I mean, because
I don't want to get into the game and all that stuff, like, because I know that's what you really want to do.
Yo, yeah, I definitely want to hear this. Yeah, because let me tell you something. I'm gonna set the stage for you, Kyle. All right, and all our fans out there. What happened, right? Let me tell you something. First of all, I had to go through the back. I had to go through the back way. I couldn't go through the front way because the joint was too crowded. So I had to go through the back way through the gym entrance. Somehow I snuck in. We in there, and like the atmosphere was amazing. Like the atmosphere was awesome. Standing room only. I mean, the grass crowd was over there. They had their little cheerleaders and their girls over there. They sitting there talking all filthy to the cheerleaders at King. Shut up, this and that, blah 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 blah. Let me tell you, she know that they come out, they do their layup line, stuff like that. King comes out. Everybody got black sneakers on. It's looking like the Fab Five out there. I was like, this really made me want to start playing ball.
All of us had on Nikes except Lamont Sharp. He had on some damn Reeboks.
Fired. This dude came
fired
out with
big time. He had on some Reeboks, yo.
My man came on.
No, that he was the
kamikazes.
And that was Coach Moore's son. Like it was like Coach Moore's son, so he couldn't do no wrong.
Like what you come out there with the kamikazes on?
So yeah,
like,
he had on some fucking Reeboks, man. Pissed us all off. We all pissed.
So they came out and everybody got announced. Everybody's starting five got announced and stuff like that. I was like, yo, I could do this. I should have been did this. So they come out. Who gets the ball first? Your man Keith G. Reds versus Reds. Reds versus Reds. This is a game inside of a game. This is Reds and Swaggy P before Swaggy P. This dude catches the joint. I think, Larry, you gave him the pass. Boom. At the top of the key. 3. This dude turns around and walks away and goes like this, and it goes in. Boom. Went crazy. I was just like, yeah. King is going to win. But then Red comes down, throws it up to Sheed. That's pretty much it. Game over.
Yeah.
And it was
tight. It was tight at the beginning. Lamar was putting up a good fight with Sheed at the beginning.
What did you say to Lamar? What did you say to Lamar when you said you were going to play against Sheed? Or did you say, listen, Lamar, we going to give you no help?
No.
Right?
It was nothing else to say because Lamar played in total response. You know what I'm saying? Lamar played against Sheed because Lamar played up because Lamar was tall.
With the
in total response lead. Yeah, so Lamar played pretty well at the beginning. Then she just went into berserk mode in the second half. Gerald was giving up the business to what's his name that played for him, who transferred from Parkway.
It wasn't Meatball. It wasn't Meatball.
Not Meatball. It was Conrad. Was it not Conrad? Was it Conrad?
It was some Gratz dude.
I forgot. Yeah, but he transferred to Gratz. That's why everybody was like, "All right, this is crazy."
Yeah, well, you mean Ellerby brought him to Gratz?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
but Gerald was giving him buckets. Like Gerald hitting threes, post up jump hooks on him. And Zach had a personal relationship. Zach had a personal relationship with Rasheed because they played on a couple leagues together and stuff. And when Zach got the dunk, Zach was a modern day Michael Jordan. You couldn't tell Zach he wasn't Michael Jordan. Clothing, swagger, part, head, knee brace. Zach could Zach could touch the top of the backboard. That's no exaggeration.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Lamont, he froze up at the beginning. I think it was a little bit too the lights was a little bit too bright for him at the beginning, but then he started rolling. So the first half we stuck in there.
Yeah.
But that second half it just was
second half, man. Once she misses free throws, dude caught it, double pumped it and like laid it in. I'm just like,
it was a wrap, Kyle. It was a wrap. But that was a very, very interesting, monumental game for King. I know that for a fact because it was never another game like that
I
in
never
Martin
seen
Luther
one
King
yet.
High School
Mm-mm.
ever. Like that joint was packed like we was at a coliseum or something. Yeah. all the doors was open. The block, the dividers, all that
Mhm.
stuff. All we
Everything.
had, King had 4 gyms. But yeah, it was crazy, man. But big shout out to Rasheed.
Mhm.
Happy birthday to Miss Shirley. We went to the party yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Catered by no other than Allure du Jour Catering.
All right.
302-608-679-61. Shariah Scott catered her birthday yesterday.
All right.
Definitely a great look. I wish I had some pictures and I would have put them up. But yeah, my wife does her catering thing. Lord Resort Catering. Anybody want to get catered? Some some food, great food, desserts and stuff. Holla at her. 302-608-7961. Or you can reach her at Allure du Jour Catering. My fault. Allure D Catering at gmail.com. All right.
There it is.
As well, there was another birthday.
Mine's coming up.
It is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
We get there. Anyway.
Wow.
Okay, when's your birthday? Let's let the audience know when your birthday is.
July 2nd, man. July 2nd.
July 2nd. So that means July 2nd. What's the July 2nd? That should be Friday?
That's a
Friday or Saturday, right?
What day is it?
So, as long as I think it's a Saturday.
You don't know
Yeah,
your
I
own
think it's a
birthday, bro?
Saturday. I do. Okay. You're right. Good one, Larry. Somebody's
Kyle.
showing off, yo. Somebody's showing off on the control board over there.
Kyle said, you don't know your own damn. He put his head down.
I do know my
Yeah.
I do know my birthday.
Uh.
You're not my father.
Your father about to smack you in the back of your head again.
Dad's running the street. Dad is traveling right now. Dad,
all
good right now. Yeah.
Saturday, man.
But yeah,
Saturday.
July 2nd, that's a Saturday. I just checked the
That's a
calendar. It's
Saturday.
actually a Saturday. That's a Saturday.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So if we don't do a show before Saturday,
Okay.
we're gonna give a special happy birthday to my brother, my
thank
brethren, Mr. K of the In the Basement podcast.
Mhm.
Friend, uncle, fatherly figure, mentor, brother, son, uncle. Did I miss
keep
anything?
going. Yeah,
Great grandfather, great grandfather.
Fine too. That's fine. Hey, listen, hey,
Well,
I'm
happy
putting in work, yo.
birthday, brother.
Giving out
Thank
dick.
you.
Happy birthday from myself and the Scott family.
Thank you.
Little bro, want to say happy birthday to him early?
You don't bad with me like that.
See, I respect that gangster, Kyle.
Yo.
Kyle, I respect that gangster. See, that's what I'm talking about. But
That's
yeah,
why I love
man.
him, man. That's why I love Dr. O, man. Like,
We didn't even
You
get
don't
to do the
you don't bad
doc
with me like
doc
that.
report today.
That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, so we'll get into this.
We'll get
This
in
week's doc report was postponed. We got in some topics. We didn't even get through the whole draft like we were supposed to, and any of that because we had some great dialogue. But we're gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
Leading because the summer league is going to start in 2 weeks or a week.
Yep.
Yeah, so what's the name is already playing? The Big Three that already started up.
Oh, and we didn't talk about the Red Bull. Danny Rumpf and playing in the Red Bull Challenge in the Drew League.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's
Cali,
on
yeah,
that's
yeah,
on
my
caffeine. It's on caffeine. The
Yeah.
caffeine app.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
shout out
real?
to my man Paul, yo. Yeah,
Put
shout
them
out to my man
back.
Paul
Your
Beckers.
mom said don't touch them because they not for y'all.
She said why?
Yo.
Why?
Look, what's crazy is my wife she bought the frozen, the ice cream Snickers Jones.
Yeah, I'm Jones.
Yes.
She hid them on the bottom shelf under everything.
Okay.
Kids don't go in the freezer. They don't cook like that. How Alyssa walking down the steps with them,
They find them, bro.
Definitely will.
smelling them.
They resourceful.
She didn't get them for y'all. That's why she hid them. Now put them back.
These was not hidden.
Okay.
She like, oh, she about to sock
All right.
Yeah.
you.
Better go ask your mom first. Yeah, the popsicle she put in y'all sight so y'all wouldn't touch them.
They right next to each other.
Okay. Bye. Uncle K,
I love
Uncle
it,
Kyle
man.
said
I
hi.
love
Want
it.
to come say hi?
Look at the bailout, right?
Look, she want to come say hi.
Gang, gang.
What's going on with you? What's going on?
Gang, gang. There you go.
Ask your mom.
Yes. She was getting ready to sucker punch Larry, so that's why Larry he deferred to mom.
Right.
Like, yeah,
exactly. You ain't gonna get me in that trouble. I don't want that smoke. Don't want that smoke.
Why? What'd she get him for?
Right.
I don't know. I don't ask your mom. I don't know.
She told me about him yesterday. It was like I hit him under the da. I'm like, all right, bet. She walks downstairs with her. You know she's bored. She ain't got nothing to do all day.
Then you have to step out of that, Larry. Like you
Tell
let
me about
them handle that.
Yeah, but happy birthday, bro. Look forward to talking to you, of course, all week. Like we usually periodically talk to each other, but to say happy birthday again. But before your birthday, happy birthday. Many more to come.
Thank you.
Kyle, I feel the same way, but right now I'm just gonna give him his flowers, as we say.
That's fine. That's cool. That's fine.
Yo, y'all have.
I'm used to this.
Seen another episode of The Basement, episode 21. Big shout out to Mike Anderson II for showing up for us today. Shout out to SB Talk Sports and his baby girl birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
from In the Basement. SB, Kyle got some smoke for you, bro. Just let it be known. As soon as he got on here, you was the first name he said. He ain't say nothing to nobody else. SB. So he's right at you. You know how he do. Shout out to my wife, kids, family, all of y'all out there that's watching, who've watched, everybody that commented, and my brother Daryl, Tiny Nuts, Mont, Lee, who else was in the chat? I think everybody that was commenting, and especially Ant was rolling today.
Yeah,
he gets family in the basement family member of the day.
Right.
His comments.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
That. We should have that every week, yo. I like that.
Yeah, we could try to do that. We definitely, I gotta get these shirts sent off too.
Yeah.
Right.
Showing off, Larry. Stop showing off, man.
We showing off, bro. It's me.
You've been on fire for the last couple of weeks, man.
Oh no, man. Turn that M into a W, baby. You know what I'm saying? No.
Not the Neptune.
Kyle, your boy out of pocket. But listen, man. Y'all in another episode of In the Basement podcast, episode 21. Once again, big shout out to Dr. Kyle for stepping up and showing up as always in the basement with us. Mike Anderson II.
Mike.
Thank you for showing up today. We still gonna get back in here and talk about some more of the draft next week and stuff like that. If y'all want to jump on here and enjoy the show, thank y'all again from me. Kyle, got any shout outs? Trent. What up, Trent?
Yeah, Trent is she's out there moving and shaking. So I, wish her to be safe in her travels while she's out there. Shout out to my man Jay, my man Dr. J from the Black
Doc. What up?
Podcast. Shout out to Kay, shout out to you, Larry. Thank you guys for having me on. And that's about it, man. I'm keeping it real simple today, And shout out to all the listeners, all the subscribers who in the basement. Appreciate it.
Kato. What up, Kato? He's on some Kato hair. You here at the end, Kato. What the hell,
That's dog? Right.
We appreciate you showing up, though, okay? Yo, Kato, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the like button. You already subscribed. Hit the like and the notification button so you know that we here every Sunday at 1 o'clock. Not unless it's a holiday or something. And hopefully we'll give y'all fair warning when we not, because I know y'all be anticipating us on Sundays. Like, yo, what? 1 o'clock in the basement. What's up with In the Basement? We ain't do it last week on Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Kay, shout outs.
Yeah, listen, keep it real simple like Kyle said. Just want to shout out to everybody. Definitely shout out to everybody who's liking and subscribing. We thank you. We appreciate you. So I just didn't comment. You baby bro, of course, as well, Larry. Just give me the opportunity to pod.
Come on, man. Stop with the BS, man.
What do you mean
stop it,
BS?
Kyle. No.
Out here campaigning, bro. He out here campaigning.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. You ain't gonna lose your job, dog.
Out here pandering.
Your job is your job.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
First of all, I'd like to thank
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
That was a good boss. And,
You gonna eat that cornbread?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah,
but
man.
but thank you to everybody, man, because we're having a good time out here, and we're also informing and educating as well. So I'd like to just give a shout out to everybody who's listening, and we'll see you next week. Because next week we're gonna be talking rookie of the year predictions. We're gonna be talking more of the draft. We're gonna be talking about DeAndre Ayton. We're gonna be talking about Miles Bridges, and I'm gonna finish that story about my walking taco
And that free agency.
and that free agency.
And the free agency start. Yeah, so like we said, from us in the basement to y'all, future in the basement family members, we thank y'all for tuning in. We look forward to hearing and seeing y'all. Hearing and seeing. So it's not just the comments. You can actually be on the show with us. You know what I'm saying? So we look forward to seeing that and making that happen. Until next week, man. You in the basement with Next Step. And K and our bizoid, Dr. Kizal. Peace.